Okay, we are live. Beautiful. I am so ready for this. It has been a hot minute since we did a live stream here, so. How we doing today? Welcome tier list. Welcome peaceful. Yes sir, yes sir. We've got game 7 tonight. It's gonna be fun. Regardless of what happens. Welcome Real Divinity. Welcome Braden. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for it. I'm just also not trying to get my hopes up as an Oilers fan either, because who knows what's gonna happen. It's literally who wants it more. That's it. Simple as that. But yeah, it's going to be a fun one today, so let's get rocking and rolling here with this live stream. I think we've got our 4 main viewers in here for the stream, so let's absolutely just crush it here today. And I mean, yeah, we won back-to-back championships, which is absolutely awesome. That does not happen very often. And in the minors, we were, around 3 elim, and the Henderson Silver Knights won. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm just updating my spreadsheet just a little bit. Okay, so we are ready to go here. I just got to make sure I get the number right on the stream here as far as what episode we're on for the edited side. I believe yes. Oh my goodness, the comments are blowing up today. This is a great start to the stream. I love this, guys. Growlers 3-peat is on the horizon. Yes, there's potential for that. Honestly, Braden, no, I don't think Bob has a chance. And maybe this is a little biased for me as an Oilers fan, but McDavid's top 3, well, yeah, he's put himself in that top 3 all time for players in the playoffs. Like, the only guys to score more than him in the playoffs are Gretzky and Lemieux. That's it. Like, that is an insane statistic. Your nephew's an Oilers fan. Yeah. No, I mean, Bobrovsky has an outside chance, but a lot of the people, or a lot of the sports analytics people say, yeah, exactly. Even win or lose, I think McDavid gets the Conn Smythe. At this point, though, it doesn't really matter. Like, I saw a stat this morning. It was like, Game 6 was the first time the Oilers won a game, or sorry, not the first time, but it was the 6th time in McDavid's entire career that the Oilers won a game without him registering a shot or a point in the game, which is absolutely crazy. So, yeah, like, that got done 4 times in his rookie season, or 3 times in his rookie season, and then once in 2021 and once in 2023, I think, or no, 2018 and 2021. And that's it. Like, all the other times he's always been in on the game. So I wouldn't even be surprised if he just pops off for an insane game tonight. But on the flip side of that perspective, the Oilers are locked in right now as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But okay, we're on live stream 18, meaning we're going to start off with 35 and then 36 for the episodes here. So let's get to it. We're rolling now. I'm going to do my quick little intro, and then we'll get on it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanios here. Welcome to episode number 35 of this NHL 24 Draft to Glory franchise mode here on the edited side of YouTube. Of course, we are streaming this series too, so if you are interested in catching a live stream, make sure to check my community tab, turn on notifications to never miss when I upload there, so that you can then jump on a live stream like this. Game for the I unfortunately am not tier list. That would absolutely get copyrighted and taken down probably. But yeah, no, I've got a viewing party to go to, so that's where I'm gonna be at, and gonna be on the edge of my seat, stressed out probably. But yeah, all right, let's get to it. So for all of you in the comment section, Game 7 is tonight for the Stanley Cup Finals, and I'm an Oilers fan, so yeah, it's a big moment for sure, but we'll see what happens. But today we are getting into the off season. We're calling this stream Locking It Down, because at this point we've won 2 Stanley Cups in a row with the Newfoundland Growlers. This team is really locked in. We just set a new NHL regular season record for the most points by a team. The 65-9-8 record put us at 130, what was it, 136 points? 138 points, which is insane. Just never happens, really. Like, we just blew the St. Louis Blues, who were the second best team in the league, out of the water. We beat the Vegas Golden Knights in 5 in the Cup final. This team is just absolutely loaded. So, with that being said, we've got a draft to get to here today, and this draft is going to be an interesting one. I might, Braden. Honestly, I haven't really been paying any attention to the Crease Crasher channel, because it just kind of, not that it died, but like it was getting very little traction after the first kind of few uploads I did on it. Like all the newer uploads just weren't working, as far as nobody was watching them. They were maybe getting like 100 views here, 100 views there. That was it. Like it wasn't rolling away with like 10,000 views, 20,000 views on videos like it was to start. So, yeah, I might, but we'll see. Apart from that, though, this, holy moly, we got 6 concurrent viewers in the stream right now. That is awesome. Thank you guys for the support. But, yeah, no, we got a draft to get to here, and really, it's not looking overly promising, if I'm being completely honest. There's a few players here and there that we are going to go out and try to grab, but looking at my spreadsheet that I've got open here for the upcoming draft, like we've got maybe, I don't know, like 3-4 guys that are actually like players that I'm probably gonna try and pick. Like Clefbaum, obviously, he's a gem elite goalie. Not that we need any more gem elite goalies, but you never know. You never know which guys are going to pan out and which guys aren't. So, yeah. But apart from that, like we got Kuffenstein, who we are going to draft. I have no doubt in my mind about that. But then after that, it kind of just, not that it drops off, but there's just not really a whole lot going on. I didn't do a whole lot of planning for this draft because I knew it was going to be a little bit weaker. But yeah, as you can see, like all those elite guys for the most part, none of them are super, super high up on the board. So yeah, that's where we're sitting currently with this draft. I think we will probably end up taking Ulf Prince as well at some point, but we are just, well, our draft review should pretty much be up. If you guys missed the last episode or the part of the stream where we got through the lottery, the Philadelphia Flyers won the lottery and Minnesota jumped from like 7-2. So those are your top 2 picking teams. Edmonton fell to 3, Dallas and Winnipeg fell to 4 and 5. And yeah, really, without further ado, let's get to the draft here. But first things first, we got retiring players. And there's a big one. Nathan MacKinnon retires with 2,106 points in his NHL career, playing, how many seasons is that? Okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He played 24 seasons in the NHL. 1,811 games has got to be pushing the record books. Also, some other huge name retirees here. Look at how many 1,000-plus point players we had. Call it quits. Cale Makar called it quits. as an 87 rated player. That is absurd. Like, I cannot believe how many guys are retiring at like 80 something plus overall. Robert Thomas wasn't quite so good anymore. Kaprizov, Bratt. Like, even Brandon Hagel had over 1,000 points. That's crazy. Kotkaniemi almost scored 1,000 in his career. That's insane. That is not what I was expecting at all. Also, how about the defense here? Obviously Makar, but then Heiskanen, Hronek, Sandin. That's some big name retirees this year. My goodness. 919 goals is, yeah, that is insane. And then as far as the goalies go, Jake Ottinger is the big name. Carter Hart also retires. Connor Ingram, Drew Comesso. All right, that's some pretty big names there. But yeah, 919 goals for McKinnon is insane. Yeah, we will in a minute here, tier list, but yeah. All right, we lost 2 scouts to retiring. So that's a DEL and a WHL scout. Keep an eye on that. And we lose one of our coaches there in Zednica Khan in Halifax. And then, did the Growlers lose any? Doesn't look like it. Okay, perfect. So we didn't lose any Growlers coaches, which is awesome. We're not really going to do draft reviews or anything like that. But yeah, we'll go look at Bedard quickly. Also, I'm pretty sure at this point that somehow Draisaitl's still playing. Bedard scored 106 last year. He's got 1,214 points in 1,000 games played, or 1,050 games played. So he's been pretty locked in so far. He is only 31 overall, or 31 at this point. Markku Kokko looks really good. But yeah, they've got a few different guys that are looking really solid here in Chicago. They've paid way too much to a whole bunch of players, so that's where they are really hurting right now. But they've got some good goalies for sure. I would have kept Pettinen and let him just groan rather than paying out $8.2 million to Daigle. But that's just me. Yeah, that's that's the Chicago Blackhawks team. They are, not that they're screwed, but they have really not set themselves up for a whole lot of success. Meanwhile, us on the other hand, we have got a ton of, yeah, absolutely, Andrew. The thing is, I think he grew from a medium elite to a high elite, so that does have a tendency to happen from now and then, or from time to time, I guess is what I was trying to say. Wade Tuzolino's our kind of bad contract here, so he's still got 4 years left. Obviously, that $8.4 million would have been nice to distribute between Robbins and Strudwick, but instead we're going to try to get some RFA offer sheet compensation for those guys instead. Our goaltending set up pretty well for the next little while. Sawyer Saunders did drop to a medium starter potential, but he had a decent season considering we didn't play him at all. Meanwhile, we accidentally set up Ludwig Modin to play the whole season. He's got, okay, so he got Energizer out of all the X Factors. That's a new one. He also added, I believe he had All or Nothing and Whirlwind already, so now he's got Post to Post and Butterfly Effect too, which is awesome because, yeah, he did just have a 63-win, 9 shutout season. And, yeah, I don't know how he hasn't jumped to a medium franchise, but he might. And on the other hand here, too, Sven Hedberg has jumped to a high elite, which makes sense. He's been putting up some crazy good numbers over the last few seasons, 80-plus point seasons the last 3 years out of his first 5, which is awesome. Yeah, no, it's hard, Real Divinity. Like, you saw there, we accidentally played him for 81 games during the season because I forgot to turn on auto-rotate goalies because I had left it off from the previous playoffs. Meanwhile, Sven Hedberg's also got an ankle breaker, or a gold ankle breaker at least, which is exactly what I was kind of expecting for him. The only other thing I thought he might get was tape-to-tape, but yeah, it was a complete fluke, but it actually worked out in our favor. Like, I did not mean to do that. Like, we really did tire out Modine, but he still won the cup. But yeah, Hedberg has some real potential to become a franchise player too. I'm not guaranteeing he will be by any means, but you never know. All right. So let's not really hesitate too much here. Let's just get to the draft. That was a crazy group of retirees, though. Like, I have never seen that many 1,000 plus point players in one retiree class. So yeah, we're gonna have the 33rd overall pick, and then 33 picks back from each one of those from then on. And yeah, it should be a pretty solid draft overall. For what we're going to get, at least. Like, obviously, we're not going to get any of the top prospects, but we have a shot at getting some decent players. So, let's get to it. I am actually just going to slap a little... poll in here. So, the question I'm leaving for you guys here in the poll is, who should we draft? So we've got the 33rd overall pick, and at the 33-ish range, there isn't really a whole ton of talent. As you can see, it's a lot of top 9, medium top 6 D-men kind of guys. So there are a few guys that we were looking at, but really the main 2 or 3 that I'm actually interested in are not Randy Chan, funny enough. Yeah. Okay, so we either have got Stan Matheson, who's a left wing, low elite 2A forward, or we've got Calvin Hale, who is a top 4. No, there's really not a lot of elites this year, unfortunately, but he's a right D top 4 enforcer, which would be really fun. Because, yeah, we don't see enforcer defensemen too often. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, we don't see enforcer D-men too often. And the thing with Hale is he's a gem and he's a 2-year ETA. So that's the difference between him and Matheson as to why I was leaning towards Hale. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with that poll. Please go and vote. Reason being is because we need to figure out who we're taking for the first pick. Michael Matheson's son. All right, so Sam Matheson seems to be... Hale is 20, I agree. But he does have a 2-year ETA, and he's a big, mean D-man. That's the only reason why I really cued in on him. But Matheson would not be a bad pick by any means either. So, all right. Without further ado, let's get to the draft. Let that poll run here for a little bit. He should make it in 2 years, though, exactly. But all right, let's see how this top 5 plays out. Because I do track that on my spreadsheet, and then of course we have pick 33, 66, 99, so on. But yeah, that Devon guy's only 81 rated. So Lawrence Devon, not a bad pick for the Flyers. But yeah, look at this. Look at this drop off in the draft. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. The 3rd overall player, 70 overall. All right. Astley is only 67 rated. Ooh, we are going to be looking at a real low quality, or low overall draft class at least this year. Yikes. Okay, what do we got? Right wing, left wing, center, left wing, and is that another right winger? It was another right winger. Now I gotta figure out what leagues all these guys played in. But yeah, pretty low quality if I'm being completely honest. I'm going to assume, yeah, oh, he's SHL. I was going to say, I assume he's Liga on that one guy, but he was not for Lyunin. So, okay, there are the top 4 picks. Let's see how this poll is going. Seems like Stan Matheson is the overwhelming favorite. We got 7 votes in there, which is probably about as good as we're going to get. So let's just end that poll right there. Yeah, no, this is what happens when you set draft class quality to low. Okay, so that poll's done. Should be popping up there. 7 votes. Everybody pretty much voted for Stan Matheson. So that is definitely going to be our pick. And I'm okay with that. So let's go over to pick 33 here. And I'm assuming Matheson, when we pick him, is going to be like maybe 62 rated, maybe 61, somewhere around there. But we will take the potential. Sadikov is going to be one of the biggest draft steals out of this entire group, simply because he's medium elite potential. But yeah, let's go get... what's his name here real quick? Stan Matheson. I just got to key in. I actually had Hale picked out as the guy, but you know what? We will take the left wing low elite 2-way forward instead. He's a little bit on the small side, but you know what? You never can have enough wingers, in my opinion. So let's go with Stan Matheson. Obviously, he's low elite, but how good is he really? And he's 63 overall. All right, you know what? That's not the worst overall by any means as to what we've seen up to this point. Wow, okay. So, yeah, that is the first player we will take here in 2037. He's a left-handed American. And then we will continue on from there. So, I'm not certain who our second rounder is going to be. I have a few ideas. So, Kuleshov was 66 overall, so that's not bad. Grand Pierre was also 66 overall. Again, another 20-year-old guy. This Bertram guy, oh my god, 6'8", 235. Again, an enforcer, but he actually might make the NHL at some point. Holy jeez. That is crazy. But yeah, no, Matheson's a solid pick. I agree on that one. There's Hale, 69 overall. So yeah, we sacrificed some overall in exchange for a younger player, which I think was the right move at the end of the day. Because, you know, we got time. We've got lots of guys that are already in this team or projecting towards making our NHL lineup. So, do a wheel once the draft is done? Absolutely. Yeah. We will definitely do that, Real Divinity. But, yeah. Okay, so for the next pick, honestly, I think we're going way the heck off the board here because I really don't like what I'm seeing in this stretch of picks. We've got a lot of guys scouted, and just not a whole lot of them have good ETAs or anything like that. It'd be different if there was like a 2-year ETA, like top 9 forward or something in here. But there isn't, so yeah, we're just not really going to worry about it too much. And we're going to go right off the board to get the potential. So we're just going to go straight up to the next best potential player, being Ulf Prince. Plus, I actually really like the name Prince as far as with the Z. But yeah, we're going to go with him. I don't really see a need to explain this pick overly explain this pick. He's the next best potential player on the board, and he's a top 6 forward. The question is, how good is he? I'm going to say 52 overall. He's 51 overall. Okay. So not great as far as overall rating goes, but there's just not a lot really available. So, all right, we'll go over to pick 99. Mikanov goes off the board there as a 19-year-old goalie. He does look really solid potential-wise. And then apart from that, not a whole lot. Again, like I said, it's the first few rounds of this draft just look atrocious, and then from there on it looks like it might get a little bit better, maybe a little bit better, but we'll see. Okay, after that we could go with Cam, who, you know, maybe he's going to be a medium elite, but I think we're going to pass on that and go with a more guaranteed gem pick here in Jorgen Klefbom, which is an awesome name for one. Plus he's probably going to be the only medium elite goalie that we actually get a shot at in this draft. So And he's big, too, which is nice. 6'2", 208. So, yeah, not going to take too long on this one. We're just going to pick him. I hear Nigel. Hi, Nigel. How's it going? But, yeah, Jorgen Klefbom for our third rounder is a 61 overall rated goalie. I do wonder, did he play 2 seasons? Yeah, okay, so he's pretty much a 19-year-old goalie. But that's okay. Another SHL player that turns out to look really good. And let's see what else was available in this round. Okay, so Cam was a medium top 6 playmaker. Glad we didn't take him over the elite goalie because that would have been a whiff for sure. Hello, what is going on? He needs some attention here, I think, but he's going to have to wait until the draft class is over, or until the draft is done. Okay, come on. Come here. Nigel, up. Oh, there's a fly. There's a fly in my office, so he's just absolutely meowing at the fly. What's going on? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, jump up. Nigel, come here. He's being a goofball right now. Regardless, we're going to skip on this Albert guy. Okay, jump up. Come here. Come here. He's being a goofball. Just pacing around my chair waiting for his perfect opportunity to jump up on it, which I'm giving him a lane to jump up on my chair. And he's not doing it. Nigel, up. Come on. Jump up. There you go. Hi. You guys might be able to see his tail in the camera. I'm not actually certain if you can or not. Yes. Yes, you definitely can. So, Nigel, you gonna say hi to everybody? Hello. He's happy right now. Isn't that right, Nigel? Yeah. He's just purring away. Hey. You don't like being on camera, do you? You like to just disrupt without being on camera. Yeah. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. But all right, next pick. We're gonna skip over McClellan. I always get these names wrong. We're gonna skip over Jesus McClellan, and we're gonna take Amir Cuff with the next pick. Oh my goodness, now he's just sitting across my lap purring. He's so happy. So yeah, we'll take Amir Cuff, even though we've already taken a few players. Oh goodness gracious, you are being a little suck right now, which is okay. Okay, get the tail out of my face, please. Okay, no, don't go on the desk. You know not to go on the desk. Oh, careful. Oh god, okay, we gotta make the pick here. So I'm taking Cuff with this pick because I was running out of time because Nigel distracted me, but yeah. We take Cuff at pick 132, see how good he actually is. He's 50 overall, and he's a two-way forward out of all. Okay. Definitely not what I expected, but you know what? We will take it. And yeah, he's an OHL guy. But yeah, another left-wing two-way forward. This time he's 50 overall, 5'10", 182, 18. Okay, you do not need to drink my coffee, sir. Hey, no struggling. No struggling. You got dadded. What are you gonna do? Okay. Oh. There you go. Okay. So we get Cuff there. It's funny, I normally have been tracking the player numbers as far as what numbers our players wear for each draft class, but this one I have forgotten to so far. So let's just go back and look at the player numbers that were available, or not available, that we picked. And all right, Prince was number 86 as well. We got an 86 in Hedberg, obviously, but you never know how long some of these guys are going to take to pan out. Number 35 on Matheson. Okay, that's a new one. All right, so let's go over to pick 165 where... Ooh, yeah, okay, so Albert was indeed a low elite defender. One of the guys we definitely missed out on. He's Arabic Canadian. I think he might have even been Arabic American. I might be wrong, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, besides that one low elite defender, not a whole lot really going on here with this remaining section of draft class. There's an Oldrich Pasternak. That's a great name. Too bad he doesn't have better potential. I do like the Czech guys named Oldrich. Mainly, I don't know if you guys remember the Quebec Nordique series from a couple years ago, but we had an Oldrich Tatacek, however you say his name. Hey, whoa! You're gonna go for a fall there, buddy. Yeah. Out you go. Are you going out? Go. Okay. But yeah, we had an Oldrich Tatacek from that series who turned out to just be a beast. I mean, he was a first overall franchise player, but still, yeah. Okay, I missed. He is Canadian, okay, because yeah, I wasn't sure if he was American or Canadian. I totally just missed on that one, so that is good to know. Okay, and then we are taking Henrik Steen as the next pick, so that's a left-handed Swedish guy on the left wing. He should be, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, he's also going to be a two-way forward, so we're getting a lot of depth two-way forward guys here. But yeah, let's see how good Henrik Steen actually is. And he is he's 60 overall. Okay, that is probably one of the best picks we're going to make all draft. Higher rated than I was expecting. Number 71. Okay. All right. We'll take it. That is very solid, if I'm being honest. So, let's see. McClellan was there. He was 47 rated. So yeah, I am fine that we didn't draft him. But yeah, we did take those guys a little ways off the board, which is what it is. We're getting good players at least. And for our final two selections, really this is where it's going to come down to just sheer luck, because we have no idea how good or bad any of these players are going to be for the most part. So we could go with safe picks, guys like Emiliano Braithwaite, but I don't think we're going to do that on this draft. If we have a few bad players, so be it. Pull it. As far as the last picks, is that what you're saying, Real Divinity? Is pull the last picks here? Because we can absolutely do that. I don't know who we're taking. Like, it's really probably between... I don't even want to take Oduya. He's 20. I think it's between Jameson Corey and, like... I would say Gustavo Lizen and Jameson Corey. Those would probably be the two. That's Q&A. That was the wrong button. Start a poll. There we go. Okay, so those are your options there, guys. We'll pull that. Sin has a strategy where he picks guys that are 3 to 4 years out. So yeah, Lindzen probably wouldn't be a bad call timeout quick. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Okay, so we'll do that. But yeah, let's just go look at the draft class for you guys here so you can actually make, or not make those. Well, yeah, so you can make those decisions. So Oduya, unlikely. Jameson Corey, probably. The only guy that we have with an actual 4-year ETA is Gustavo Lindzen, so we'll probably end up taking him, but we'll see. Yeah, okay, seems like Lindzen's a 50-50 right now. Three to 4 years out. And that's the thing, is we don't have a lot of guys that are in that 3 to 4 year range, unfortunately. So it looks like Lindzen's probably going to be the pick, which is fine by me. But yeah, apart from that, unfortunately, there's just not too many elite guys in here, so. And all these low 4 guys are players that we're just probably not even interested in. And And well, we could get like a medium 9 with our 7th round pick, maybe with Mateo Lowry. Yeah, I just top 6 players who are 2 ticks as well. Okay, so maybe we'll go with like, actually, even Simons I don't think we'll be able to get, unfortunately. Gortz, on the other hand, though, we'll probably take Nicholas Gortz with the 7th round pick. But yeah, it does seem like you guys want Gustavo Linzen here. So let's go with him. Let's end that poll. We got 5 votes. Good enough. But yeah, it was close. It was 60-40 between those two. So let's go with Gustavo Linzen on this pick. Might as well. I mean, if it doesn't hit, it is what it is. I'm really not going to be overly concerned or upset. Their potential can be elite due to the amount of years out. Yeah, agreed. Hope Oduya hits. Yeah, that might happen, Peaceful. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that very well might happen. Okay, so for Linzen, sorry, I'm just entering him in on my draft board here. He's a right-handed Canadian. And all right, he's going to be the pick. He's a little bit on the undersized, but okay, he's a low 6, which, isn't the worst potential ever. We've seen worse than that. He's 59 overall, though, too. So, yeah, Gustavo Linzen, not the worst player we've ever taken. Low top 6 player out of the O. Right D, offensive D. Yeah, no, 2AD. I thought he was an offensive guy. 59 overall, 5'10", 186 of 19. All right, so that's Linzen. And then, yeah, for this last pick, we'll see what's remaining on the board here. Obviously, Lowry went off the board just a little bit too early for us to grab him. Otherwise, I probably would have taken him as our 7th rounder. But anybody else that looks real nice in here? No, there really just isn't. So, all right, for the final guy here, yeah, we have Oduya and we have Jameson Corey. Those guys will probably both end up making their way to free agency. But I think we're going to go with Nicholas Gortz as our last player here. He's got a decent ways to go still. And we have no idea what his actual potential is going to be, but he's a center / right winger, which is a little bit different from usual. He's on the small side at 5'9", 178 pounds. But yeah, we're going to take him simply because I just think it makes sense. And he's going undrafted at 237, exactly. So, yeah, we're at 231. Yeah, we're going with Gortz. Okay, so what else do we need to know? Just a right-handed Swede. Let's finish off the draft. And how good is he? He's a medium bottom 6. Okay, so that is what it is. I wish the draft would actually let you like stop and finish it up, where you could like see exactly what your players' ratings and stuff are. I didn't catch a whole lot there on the rating, but you know what? That's Gortz. We'll go check him out in just a minute. But yeah, right-handed Swede to end the draft. Let's yeah, that's it for the draft at least. So pretty solid year there. I'm happy for the most part with what we got. The last 2 picks were kind of write-offs anyways, so the fact that we were able to even get a low 6 defenseman out of there is nothing short of impressive. So yeah, that's it for the draft. I don't think we really went wrong there. So we got Czechmanek to re-up here. He wants to be an AHL assistant coach, which works for me. We'll even pay him a little bit more. And then we definitely have a couple scouts. Yeah, Terrence Book and Daravo need to be re-upped. And then we got to go hire a dub and a DEL scout. So that's going to be fun. But we've got quite a few names hitting restricted free agency here this year, which, isn't the end of the world by any means. We got, Misa and Muir is coming up as big name contracts that are going to be pretty big shoes to fill. Teravainen too, Kari Teravainen. I'm hoping he's not going to want an insane amount of money. He has been playing really well over the last few years, but he's also still not even a point per game player for us. So yeah, I don't think anything's really going to happen there. Look at how much money Landon Robbins wants. That is probably going to be a problem, but we'll have to wait and see. So we will qualify Robbins and we'll qualify Strudwick. But besides that, I don't think we're really going to enforce or follow up with those guys at all. Instead, we'll sign Bernier. We'll definitely not sign Cole Rogers for that price. And then Kyler Hewson even is probably too much money as well. Johan Magnuson wants way too much money as well, so he's also getting qualified. This is where a guy like 410 is going to come in clutch. Maybe clutch, maybe not. Cap is going to be something no cap. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, we're literally going to have no salary cap space. It's going to be tough. All right, between Gaudreau and Georges, we're probably going to have to let one of those guys go simply because we need to clear roster spots for other players. I'm thinking, yeah, Boyce and Markstrom we definitely want to sign. Markstrom was a second-round pick a few years back, so. And then Vic was somehow a fifth-round pick that's panned out pretty well here. Thompson, Philippe O'Neill, even, yeah, Bobrovsky we might sign. He's got some potential at least. Yeah, Montador's one of the few guys that we've held on to here because he's huge. But, yeah, we're going to be letting the vast majority of those guys walk. I get the feeling with, Gaudreau and Georges that we don't really need them. I mean, you look at our overall depth in this team right now. Things are looking good. We don't really have too many issues. We will sign Caden Standard up to a one-year deal there. On the defensive side, this is where things are getting a little messy, is on the defensive side of things. So we'll have Millman, we'll have 410, but then we don't really have like a left D-man that's set to be that number 6 guy, because I get the feeling Magnuson's gone, Rogers is gone, Robbins is gone. Like, all of those guys are gone, in my opinion. Simply because they ask for way too much money relative to the cap. But yeah, I think we're going to give Maurice Fortin a chance for sure. And then whether we run McBride in there, I get the feeling we probably will run McBride in there as well. But we'll have to wait and see. So minus those two, we still have Millman, Gore, Zamnov, and then, yeah, we probably should sign. Definitely going to sign Gaudreau. And definitely, I don't know if we're definitely going to sign Georges. Is that how much we've spent? It's 22 million, is it not? No, it is 32, you're right. Yeah, because that's 19, 26. Yeah, it's 32 million. Yeah, you're correct, Real Divinity, but it's been a cup-winning top 4 as well, right? That's the thing, is, ooh, hey, I didn't realize Weston Holloway got in reverse as a gold X Factor there. Let's go. That's huge for him. He did just turn 27, so, yeah, that top 4 is insane. Like, there's just simply no other way to put it. Besides, we have spent a ton of cap space there, which is good. That's why we've done it that way, is because we just simply wanted to have the best top 4 in the league. I think we're gonna buy out Elijah Primo. He just didn't really. He was half a point per game production as a 20-year-old or 21-year-old. We're going to buy him out to put in Vic Boyce. And then I think we're just going to straight up release Kyler Hewson this year because he just never really produced. Like 17 points has been his highest total. The most he ever scored in Halifax was 42 points. So, yeah, I don't have like a huge emotional connection with Hewson in spite of the fact that we picked him so high up in the draft. So that is the one thing where it's like, yeah, okay, that could have been better. But at the same time, you look at how many other players we had that, just either haven't panned out or have ended up going their separate ways over the years. Like, it's not the end of the world by any means. I'm just going through my list of all these different players that we've released over the years. Some guys we've still got playing for us, which is crazy. The likes of Ralph Delmore and Oleg Vasilyev is crazy. But apart from that, let's see. Sanchez, we did end up letting go. We have Belchez, Millman, and Sweat still. The next draft class after that, we definitely let go of Sanchez, Peyton Angle, even at this point. Even Isaiah Kuiper's gone now. And I think, did we let go of Kirka too? I think we did. Yeah, we definitely did. So yeah, even Kirka's gone. Landon DuPont and Ramo Timonen are the only two standing from 2027. Yeah, apart from that, Castles is gone now. Valaquette we still have. Same with Swanson, Gaudreau, Rogers, and yeah, okay. So we haven't actually lost a whole lot of those guys. I think we did let Harrison Calder go, and we're gonna let Kyler Houston go now. So that was from the Pat Archer 2029 class. But yeah, if we let Houston go, then at least that allows us to go out and sign somebody else. But yeah, I'm really hoping we can actually get some RFA action going this year. That's really what my key is, because I want to clear up the spot for Marcus Sonnenberg, because I think he would tear up the AHL if we put him in it. So that is the goal, at least. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with the rest of these guys, because yeah, we're definitely signing Markstrom. There's just no other option in my mind for that. We have to sign him. Philippe O'Neill as a sixth rounder might have been good had he just had a little more time to develop. Like, he had 88 points this year. That's really good. But we just have a lot of other better players in our team. So yeah, I think we are going to take Kyler Houston and say, sorry, it's time for you to go. Because we just have so much depth. We have so many players signed already. We are going to have two centers coming up here that are going to be not tricky, but are just going to be the next round of signings or re-signings that we need to do to keep this team afloat. Not just afloat, but at the top of the league. So, all right, let's advance a day. We get Czechmanek, or no, we don't get Czechmanek, so I'm going to have to up his spot. All right, Michel Bernier rejects the contract. That's great. We got no room for Boyce, but we did get Markstrom. Okay. So what we're going to do here is, I really want to keep Bernier. Let's go 2 years at 1.65, see if he signs that. I don't see why he wouldn't. But at this point, really, yeah, I think we're just releasing Houston and Rogers. I don't have any problems with that because we have the other depth pieces coming up that can fill those spots, and then it clears up 2 roster spots at least. What do you guys think? Like, this one's... We're going to have to. Like, he wants so much money that we don't have. Like, look, he wants a $7.3 million contract. For what? For 2 points? For 40 points and 330... Like, come on. Come on. I know you guys like Captain Canada, but no way. Just no way. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's great. He's a great shot blocker and hitter. Cool. We can get other guys to do that. Like, straight up. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think... Okay, so Houston's gone for sure. You guys seem to be very on the fence about Captain Canada, which is like, I don't understand why. Yeah, we can't afford him. Exactly. So we might as well release him and clear up the roster spot to keep one of our other guys, like Boyce or somebody. Because, Why wouldn't we, right? He better get signed by a better team. A better team, hey? Okay, okay. A better team or a better fitting team? Because I don't think he's going to find a better team. At least on the west side, yeah. So hopefully he doesn't sign in the east. Yes, correct. I mean, he probably won't. He's also not that crazy rated, though. So, yeah. Thank you for your service, Cole Rogers, but we simply cannot afford your services anymore. The physicality and defense is great on his build, but that's about it. His price is kind of selfish? No. What would make you say that, Peaceful? It's not that selfish. Yeah, sorry, Timo. And DuPont. Yeah, okay. So there's a few guys that were pretty connected with him there. So that one is going to hurt the morale a little bit. But what do you want me to do? Like, he's asking for so much money. Even like Johan Magnuson. Don't get me wrong, great defenseman. But yeah, there's just the quality is. Gosh, my heart. Yes, I know. I apologize. We had to get rid of him, but we've got all these other guys coming up, namely Marcus Sonnenberg, who needs a spot. Simple as that. He needs a roster spot. We are going to sign Georges. We are going to sign Sonnenberg. And then, yeah, I'm really, really hoping we get RFA offer sheets for these 3 guys this year, because by doing that, we clear up roster space, and then we also have the chance to get picks back, which would be great, because our team is going to be nowhere near... It got rejected, yeah. Let's go 1 year, like 1.8 million for Bernier. I'm fine with that, but I want to sign Bobrovsky as well. Problem is we're probably going to be going into free agency and like re-signing our own guys in like O'Neill and Bobrovsky. Reason being is because I need these guys like Robbins and Strudwick and Magnuson to click and get picked up in the free agency, which I don't know if that's going to happen or not, unfortunately, but we'll have to wait and see, because it didn't hit last year at all, which it's pretty much like playing a game of roulette at this point with coaches. So Roman Czechmanek, we're going to pay an ungodly contract to for what he's actually doing for us right now. But have we not gotten Book back yet? What's going on with that? Hold on. There we go, Book. About time. Okay, we do get Bernier on that 1 year, 1.8 million. Works for me. And all right, we head to free agency. So, what are you doing, Czechmanek? I'm sorry, like what? It is not appropriate for my skill set. Actually, it's extremely appropriate for your skill set. Are you kidding me? I shouldn't have to pay him $1 million, but we're going to have to. This is ridiculous. Honestly, at that point, I think we're probably just going to end up firing him. I wouldn't be surprised if he still doesn't take this contract, though. AHL associate... What? Like, that's crazy. Okay, so we are going to have to go and hire a new defensive coach for the system, which is fine. I have no problems with that. It's really just more that matter of, like, you're making it difficult. I mean, we'll go and sign staff in a second here, but yeah, going on our block are those 3, without a doubt. Unfortunately, we cannot trade them, because if we could, I would, to get some picks back, but yeah, no, unfortunately that's not gonna happen, so that is what it is. Okay, now that we're there, Do we have any arena maintenance I can do? Nope. Literally nothing is affordable. Don't forget the wheel. Yeah, I haven't yet, at least. I'm sure I will at some point here quickly, but what's available in free agency? I'm interested, at least. Sometimes there are players with genuine potential in here, and there are no players with genuine potential in here. Great. Okay. Is that another Fortan? It is. Surge Fortan. 3 teams are interested in Robins this year. There we go. I wonder. Oh, it just doesn't say. Okay, cool. Oh, no. 3 teams interested. No, there's only 1 team interested in all our guys. It's the years 1. I always mix those 2 tabs up, and it hurts me because I think that there's more teams interested than there should be. I don't know if we're going to get any bites on those guys again, which is brutal. This team is looking so sexy, I gotta say. Like, the amount of X factors the majority of our guys have is nice. Like, real nice with it, so. Himsa extension? Indeed. Indeed, Peaceful. Just give me a moment. What else was I gonna do? Staff, right. I'm sitting here like I am missing something right now. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go grab an AHL associate who is a defensive coach. I guess we'll go with Pavlika. Yeah, wheel and staff, exactly. Let's go sign him, and then let's go grab a assistant that is either a generalist or a goalie coach, one of the two. You know what, let's start off with a goalie coach. Why not? Pay this guy like $500K and then hope that he becomes a goalie coach, or that we can make him a goalie coach. And alright, that should be good for staff, at least for the coaching side of staff. As far as the scouting side goes, we need a new WHL scout. So that's going to work. Marie Wallen. And then we needed a DEL scout too, which that's going to be a little harder to find. Are there any European scouts? Like, what's going on here? Oh, they're all C-rated. Great. Great. Okay. Nope. I saw an A-, we're taking it. I saw an A- coach, DeFresne, however you say his name. We're taking it. No doubt about that. Okay. I don't know how we don't have more available funds based on how well our season went. But what we're going to do, we're going to slide the advertising right now. We're going to slide the arena ops right down. And we are going to slide scout travel right down, and then we're going to bump up that. We're just going to go all in on the salaries right now because I would very much like to get those 2 scouts and everything else going. And before we get too far, let's go look at the player extensions here as far as Himsa. And it's going to be Misa and Teravainen more so. As much as I like Stefan Mears, he's going to want a ton of money. Yep. That's ungodly. Whereas Misa, his contract doesn't change, so we can literally pick and choose whatever year, length, and age we want. Honestly, I wouldn't be against like a 4 or 5 year deal for him. More than that, I think is too much. Less than that, I can't. Yeah, exactly. Maybe 4 to 5 years. Teravainen, same kind of boat. If we go up more, he wants more. This seems to be the base cost for him. So really, I think we are going to be in... Okay, so, sorry. With Teravainen, we're going to probably be able to get him and Misa back as our 2 center core guys. And then, if I'm not mistaken, yours is not going to be qualifiable. That's not great. That's really not great. Gonna be somewhere right around there. Yep. I'm just... This is gonna be tough. Really what we need is Healy gone and Tuzolino gone. If those 2 contracts, if I had not offered those 2 contracts, we would be so comfortable right now with the cap space. This is gonna be really tough, and Archer's gonna want like 4 million. No. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. Can we get him down? Maybe. Maybe not. Because I do like Archer. I think he's a great Tuzolino buyout next season. Potentially. He's been a good player for us. Don't get me wrong. 61, like that's solid point production. But can somebody look up how buyouts work? How much money would we be paying him? Because it would be like, because he's got what, 3 years left as of next year? His contract's got 2 more years after this year. Yeah, term's going to be 2 years as of when the buyout can occur, because we can't buy him out now that we've hit free agency. And then Healy, I think, is also on the same terms. Yeah, so it would be 2 years for each of them, but yeah, just check what the rule and percentage payout and everything is. Because we got to figure out how much money we'd be sacrificing versus gaining back. It'll be $1 million. Oh, I wish it was only $1 million payout. That'd be great. But yeah, that is likely not going to happen. Be 4 years at 2 point. Yeah, we could probably do that. We'd probably have to do that. So it doubles the term and is a quarter value, I guess. Is that how it works, Peaceful? Pretty much. That's so rough. See, we can't trade Braden. That's the problem. Is I would trade him for a 7th round pick. I absolutely would. The only other problem, like, there is a way we could get around it rather than doing a buyout. The cap is, I don't know how much. Okay, great. So, yeah, because that's what I'm wondering as far as how much, what's the cap value on it? One-third of the remaining contract value if the player is younger than 26 at the time. 2/3 of the remaining contract value if the player is 26 years or older at the time of the buyout. Ew, that's not great. Yeah, Tuzolino's good, but he ain't no Stephen Mears scoring at will in the playoffs or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, for a 102nd overall pick, Wade Tuzolino has become an amazing NHLer. But I think his services would be a lot better used elsewhere. The only other, the only loophole we would have to it, and it's doesn't work because we're not allowed to make trades. Yeah. The thing with what Braden said there, the only way we could loophole it would be through trading, and even at that point, that's not allowed in here. But the only way we could make it work via trade is if I went like this, and we went over to a team that has the cap space, so Arizona or somewhere like that, and we went, give us your 7th in exchange for our 7th and Tuzolino. Look at how low valued Tuzolino is with that money. He's pretty much in the negatives at that price. Actually, did I pass him? I must have passed him. W. Wade. There he is. Okay, yeah. Not very highly valued. Yeah, because the only way you could loophole it is by doing this and then immediately trading that 7th rounder back. We're not going to do that because that would be cheating as far as the draft to glory rules go. But this is going to be a tough stretch. This is going to be a really tough stretch for us as far as the Growlers go. But yeah, Misa needs to be the guy getting re-signed. I know he is 30. But at the same time, we can't really afford to lose him either. So I think we're going to do a 5-year deal with him. So that'll bring him until he's 30. Or actually, we'll do a 4-year deal with him, which will bring him until he's... What is he going to be? At that point, he'll be 31. So it'll bring him until he's 35. Yeah, okay. So we're going to rock this deal. 0.85 times 11.875. So that would be a $10.1 million contract. That's not horrible. And it's not like his price is going to go down more from there. Actually, it could be less than that. It could be a 10 point... No, it would have to be 10.1. Okay. So we will rock that contract out here in just a second. Let me just get it punched in year. We're going into year 15. 4 years at 10.1. Worth it for your top line center. Stephen Mears. Honestly, the Vasilyev contract is not great either. But we only got him for another 3 years. So it's like if we can extend Mears for a single year, that would work. But I just don't think it's going to. I just don't think we're going to have the funds to do it. And I don't think we're going to have the money to sign Teravainen either. Because, okay. So, the 2 guys we have left are Stephen Mears, who's a big name. We're going to be looking to sign Mears long term, probably, because that'll bring him till he's 32, 33, somewhere in there. And then Kari Teravainen wants a 4 or 5 year deal. We're going to try to go 4 again, but Teravainen's looking at currently an $8.275 million contract, and if we sign Mears long term, he's going to want so much money, it's ridiculous. We would be looking at a $10.825 million contract for Mears if we get it, which I don't think we will, but you never know. So yeah, those are the upcoming contracts that we are struggling with and attempting to sign. And then as far as Pat Archer goes, you know what? At that price, let's see, he's 26. That'd bring him till he's 34, 35, somewhere in there. And at 2.2, that's really not bad. So Pat Archer, I'm definitely down to sign for an 8-year deal. he would cost us 1.925 million. I would be down for that contract price. So we're going to do that right now because we have the funds to do it. Millman we're waiting on. Saunders is probably going to want way too much money. Oh, maybe not. Pfft. Oh my god. Okay. All right, Sawyer. Yeah, you're going to be that good in that time. No, you're not. Okay. And then we'll extend Saunders as well because he's real cheap, 1.65. Saunders will go 2 years at 1.425 million. Okay, so that's pretty much all we can do for contract extensions right now. We got to leave Mears and yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is the young guys could easily take his spot. We'll see if we get any like compensation back for our other guys that are in free agency right now, because if we do, then I'm not going to be as worried about it because one of those picks might pan out to be really good or something. But we also have guys like Graham Smith-Pelly coming up the system. He's going to be great. Bernier, Mahler. Like we've got these guys that will, without a doubt, or undoubtedly in my opinion, take Tuzolino. Called LA and tried to convince him about Robbins. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if they actually bite on that or not. I doubt they will. I don't think they have enough cap space with their forward core. But, yeah, no, it's really... It has to be Healy and Tuzolino are just... I just botched those contracts. I made such a big mistake with those. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, we will continue to roll with it. And yeah, I don't know how we're gonna manage to pull everything else off here, but somehow we'll manage. I don't know how yet, but we'll manage. All right, so we should be getting that Michael Himsa contract coming in here in just a second. And all right, we get Pavelka. Oh, you'll live with it. Great. That's great terms. Okay, and we did get that Wallen Scout. We also got Lintner, and Labruniere. Perfect. Okay, we should be good there. So we get Pat Archer on the contract extension. We get Sawyer Saunders. And now it's just a matter of, do we get Michael Weiss? I would make that trade. Oh, I would so make that trade. Just qualify him. Just qualify him, Washington, please. Oh, so many teams want to trade for Johan Magnuson. This is going to be a brutal summer. Okay, Michael, come on, buddy. I need you to sign that contract here. And where's Himsa? Did we not offer him a contract? Hold on. What's going on here? Apparently I didn't offer him a contract. Okay, I thought I did. Whoopsie. But yeah, we'll go 10.1 million. Because yeah, the only other option with the $15 million we currently have is that we would get Teravainen at the 8.25 or whatever, or we just straight up sign Stephen Mears instead. But it's so tough. No, we're going with Misa. We have to go with Misa. He's been the longest term growler here, in my opinion. That's the goal, Chief Dave, but you never know. I'm not getting... I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, but yeah, I'm not going to get ahead of myself here. Also, is 11.875 too much, or no? No, 10.1 is correct. Okay. Not 7 years. Let's go 4. I mean, I'd have to disagree with you on those ones. Don't do 7. Yeah. No, we're good. We're good, Peaceful. I only did 4. Yeah, I almost didn't catch that, and that would have been disastrous, but yeah, we would have been cap strapped for years if that was the case. So, all right. Come on, Misa. There it is. All right, we get him. They were so injured last year, Dave, if I'm being honest. This is their shot this year. Okay, so let's sim to the next season at this point. I got nothing else to say or do here in free agency. And now we just sit and wait, and we sit through probably about 1,000 Johan Magnuson trade offers at least. Come on, somebody just offer sheet him. Seriously, just offer sheet him. I'll take your picks, but like, come on. Nothing. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Nobody's actually willing to bite. Is there like some kind of setting? Yeah, literally. Like, what's going on here? Is like, do I have a setting where like offer sheets are turned off or something? Honestly, what is this? Okay, this is the AI being skimpy and cheap, if I'm being honest. That's the only words I've got for it. So, as we continue to sim on and we get closer and closer to the next season's date, I almost forgot the wheel picker, as I do. So yeah, let's just snap over to the other screen here nice and quick. I'll just be a few seconds with this, guys. Go there, F11, try to remove as many ads as possible, because I don't have an ad blocker, and I probably should. And alright, so currently we're sitting on low draft class quality, which sucked. So low draft class quality, high generated prospect quality. And that was something else. As if the GMs didn't know by now that I don't trade. Yeah, exactly. Like, what's up with that? Okay, anyways, we're here now. We're on this screen. So let's get the wheel picker rolling. And it's going to be, first things first, medium prospect quality this year. Perfect. All right, we will take that. Okay, so let's just jump back to this screen. Okay, so we've gone from high to medium, so that's set, guaranteed, no problem there. Go done on that, and then what are we waiting on here? We're waiting on the draft class quality. So here's the roller, and all right, it's gonna land on medium prospect quality again. Cool. So sorry, we're waiting on draft class quality. That's my bad. Yeah. Okay. So, all right, draft class quality. How we looking? Come on. That's still prospect quality. At some point, we're going to land on a draft class quality one. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, how many more prospect qualities are we going to land on? Do I have to, like, shuffle these or something? I think I have to. Okay, let's go like this. That should add a little more variety to it here now. Let's try that again. Come on, draft class quality. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to go high medium this year. That's great. That is actually really good. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so it's going to be high medium. Yeah, this should be a really good draft class coming up now. Let me just close off that wheel picker nice and quickly. Get back to the Xbox screen because I have to transition my monitor over quickly. But yeah, high medium is going to be a heck of a class coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. So about time. We had a few years in a row. High franchise for sure. We'll see. Like the spinner idea. Yeah, it definitely adds that extra little bit of variety to the save. Chief Dave, but yeah. All right. All right, let's continue on. Scouts are in for a trip. Agreed. Oh my god, stop. Okay, anyways, we're just going to advance to the next season here. And, oh, do I have any plans? Yeah, to let other teams qualify offer him. Like, that's it. Somebody's got to offer something, because otherwise we're just eating 3 roster spots with these guys, which is brutal. Alright, so we're on to the next season here, and it should be a fun one. Yeah, we'll see about that one, Peaceful. Ryan Fanti does play in the Oilers system, though. You're not wrong there. So, okay. Let's view our owner goals. advance to the cup final, win the cup, win our home opener. That's literally it. Okay, nice and easy there. Let's start off by looking at the roster moves. All right, so look at how many 90-plus rated players we have. That's great. And then Muir's is 89 rated. Anybody else that looks really great? There's actually, yeah, a pretty good chunk of guys that look solid here. All right, Saunders is up to 84. Modine stays at 90. Beautiful. But, like, out of all honesty, though, how is he not a medium franchise goalie at this point? Like, what is actually going on there? He literally just won 63 games in a single season. That makes no sense to me. So, anyways, back to roster moves. In the system, anybody that we're sitting on there, Fucale maybe. And then apart from that, yeah, no, I'm not really. Yes, he definitely won the Vezina Peaceful. There was no question about it as of last year. Let's just go look at that quickly. But yeah, there was no doubt that, yeah, so DuPont got back-to-back Norrises, which is crazy, but he also got the Conn Smythe. But yeah, Modine got back-to-back Vezinas. Three-peat this year, that is the goal, Merrick. We'll have to wait and see, but that is the goal. So yeah, that was some of the awards last year. Slept in last stream, was pissed off. It's all good, Peaceful, it happens. Nothing wrong with sleeping in. It's always nice to catch up on some Z's there, but yeah, three-peat is the goal. I'm interested as to what the draft class is going to have this year. It looks like pretty winger heavy at the top, but Tommy Maloney. Honestly, at this point, I feel like with players that we have that are like qualified offer sheeted guys like this, like these guys like Robbins, we should be able to move because there's no other spot for him. Like, we could get 2 seconds for him, but we're not allowed to do that, right? So that's the thing where it's really annoying. Stream's better than good sleep. I don't know about that. I mean, it could be, but only when things are really just going crazy good. But yeah, I'm so annoyed with how this is all playing out because, you know, Robbins, Strudwick, overall, yes, they are elite players, but on the other hand, yes, we only used second or third round picks on them. So it's not really like the end of the world if we do get offer sheet options for them. But yeah, I don't know. It's just frustrating because it's like we've got all of these guys in the system just chilling here with, like, literally we can't pay them anything because they want too much money. Like, look at that. Magnuson, if we were to sign him until he's 32, he wants an $8.8 million contract. That's ridiculous. That is just straight up ridiculous. Will ever get traded? No, I do not think so, Chief Dave. He's the heart and soul of the Red Wings, so at some point, Detroit's going to get good and win a cup, probably, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Detroit's already on the right path, but they just missed the playoffs this year. But that's the thing, is they could take one-year deals, so we'll let these guys sit for a little bit longer. I am also just interested. Which teams have cap space? Like, Arizona should be on that offer sheet trend. Boston should be on that offer sheet trend. Buffalo should. Carolina absolutely should. Like, what is going on? These teams have so much cap space. Meanwhile, we're sitting here with literally 115 out of 118 million against the cap. And, like, come on. These teams have got the money to offer sheet some big-name guys. And our players are fairly big name. Toronto's got an $86 million cap hit. What the hell? They're way below the minimum. Come on. All right. Well, it is what it is. We're just going to sit on... They don't want to give the best team in the league any picks. I think that's probably more so what it is that We are, without a doubt right now, the best team in the league. And yeah, the rest of the league's looking at us like, we're not giving those guys picks. Are you kidding me? They're already winning. They don't need anything else. We're definitely putting those guys in those spots. Oh my god, that top line's so sexy. That is such a nice group of players. That looks so good. Also, we have Mures scratched as an 89 rated player. Are you kidding me? All good, peaceful, all good. It's worth the try, right? Okay. Our second line is not going to feature Wade Tuzolino. No chance on that. What we are going to do is we're going to put Bernier in, possibly over Archer, actually. We'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, no, we're going to put Mures in here, and he somehow has no X factors as an 89 rated player. Don't ask me how that's working, but that is what it is. Any chance that we can swap Belchi for... we could. It's crazy. Yeah. Timo is going to be on the bottom line, I think. I think this year we got to put Mahler in the lineup, though, somewhere, and I'm just not exactly sure where. Let's try him here. It doesn't improve the chemistry at all, unfortunately. The fact that Sogas is our third line center is crazy. Like, we have so many good players in this team. Yeah, it's going to be a fun year for sure. This could be, I'm not going to say the last dance for our team, but like this could be pushing a very close to end of an era feeling for like Healy, Teravainen, Tuzolino. Those guys are... Healy is literally Jamie Benn 2.0, just making less. You were correct on that. But, yeah. And then Tuzolino, you could say Tuzolino's kind of like Sagan, but Sagan scores more. Less of a two-way forward, really. But, yeah, this is just unfortunate. Because, yeah, we're going to have to disperse this money with Healy and Tuzolino between Teravainen and Mures. That is the goal, at least. Our bottom six fills out without Healy and Tuzolino in the lineup. Like, we could very easily go like this instead. And then go Healy out, Archer in, and then go Bernier in, Tuzolino out. Like, it works. It's not overly egregious that we have the lineup set like that. Or even better, we go, yeah, Smith-Pelly is the center down there. It doesn't work quite as well because Mahler's got better face-offs, but... like, we can run the lineup like this. Dratz is still playing. He is. Indeed, he is still playing. I need to check. Graham Smith-Pelly does indeed wear number 60, so we're going to have to keep that as is. But, yeah, we got to go find Leon Draisaitl here in just a second. But, yeah, we can play the lineup like that. Literally have no Healy, no Tuzolino in the lineup, and our team is probably better off overall, if I'm being honest. But... from the other perspective of that, we should probably move one more defenseman up. Yeah, like, this team is good enough. I think we're probably going to move Zamnov up, actually, if that's going to be the guy. Or Zamnov? Hold on. What is the contract situation on McBride right now? Because I want McBride to be on a steal of a deal, preferably. He's $875,000 for the next 2 seasons. Zamnov, same exact contract. One's just 2 years younger. So we are going to move McBride up. Reason being is because I want him to get more experience at the top level. And while he is not a left-handed D-man, we are still going to do that. So, all right. Sonnenberg looks so good, man. I am really excited for him to actually get into the league here. Heino's looking like a bust and a half right now. Like, he does not look good. Oh my goodness, what is this lineup? I guess we're playing John Chucko on the top line now? Like, what? That genuinely makes no sense. Okay, then. Honestly, not the worst AHL team we've ever put together. It's nothing crazy special. But we definitely got to put Callie Markstrom in, and I want to put Vic Boyce in too. So we'll do that over like Armeyer, who looks like a complete write-off at this point. We'll go there. That's a roll 3 line system. So yeah, we're going to go like this. Galley Jr. just has not turned out, unfortunately. I was really hoping he would, and it just has not been the case. Yeah, okay. Where does Boyce fit? Bottom line, of course. So where else would he fit? This is painful. This is painful to try and organize because, yeah, Heino should be playing still. But he doesn't fit chemistry-wise. Very few players do fit chemistry-wise. And I don't want to have Marco Järvinen scratch because he's 80 overall. Yes, he's 31, but he's 80 overall. Like, jeez. Chat is gone. Sorry, like is it not showing up? There we go. Okay. Yeah, no, sometimes it just doesn't update if I don't click around on it. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, it's... We will go and check where Draisaitl is here in just a moment, but I would really like to see Sonnenberg not get negative chemistry with every single player he plays with, and that's probably not going to be the case. Yeah. Okay, so Sonnenberg's banished to the second line, apparently, just for chemistry purposes. Alright, yeah, no, this team, not that we're a shoo-in, but we are definitely on the favorite side for trying to win another cup here. Simple as that. No other way to put it. Okay, so we're going to put Timonen up over Archer because these guys are listed as third line checking, meaning that chemistry should not affect their role in any way. But at the same time, why not roster the best team and put Healy and Tuzolino in on these spots? Because it's just better that way. As much as I hate to say it, it is better that way. And then we end up sitting Archer and Bernier, which I don't want to do, but we're going to have to do. And somehow our defense isn't as good as it's been in previous seasons, chemistry-wise at least. Like, we can flip things around, but I'm not going to because these guys are top. Zykov's listed as a top 2 D-man, and he's playing our 3rd spot. Okay. All right. Whatever you say. So yeah, that's the team. Not that I have anything wrong with it. It's just I wish that we could clear up those roster spots to extend guys right now. It'd be great to get Mures and Teravainen extended. And ooh, 15 million. Ooh, no, thank you. Whoa. Safe to say Teravainen really wants that 4-year extension. Holy moly. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're going to check where Rogers went, just for the chat's sake here. But yeah, interesting calls there on Healy and Tuzolino. We could potentially try throwing them on waivers. Cole Rogers ended up on the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he is still 81 rated. He got a $6.1 million deal from Tampa. That's absurd. Wow. Okay, well, there you have it. Apparently, D-men are in high demand, except for ones that you have to pay a draft pick for. Not the end of the world there, Peaceful, but okay. Draisaitl is 89 rated at 41 years old. Are you kidding me? Buddy has over 2,000 points. He's going to break the games played record that Nathan McKinnon just set. And he's still one of the best players in the league. Like, I'm sorry, what? What is going on here? He is in our... Wait. Oh, yeah, Drats is crazy. But no, yeah. Rogers is in our division, correct. But yeah, looking at the NHL, I don't know why Draisaitl's set to 1,811 games. He will be there by the end of the year. Draisaitl's got 909... Hold on. Yeah, 919 goals. Draisaitl's stats are all messed up in here. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe the game's predicting exactly what his stat line is going to be for this season already. Sure what it looks like. Also, as far as 100-point season players go, the record, like, to get into the top 5 right now, currently, the record is like, what, 8? Somewhere along those lines. And the only guy that we consistently have hitting 100-plus points is Ethan Belchetz. And he has only hit... He's only hit 3 up to this point. He was really close last year. He should have had a 4th last year. So give him a little bit more time and we'll see what happens. I would not be surprised if he does manage to get like 5 or 6 100-point seasons by the time he's done. But yeah, Belchetz has been an all-time Newfoundland growler for sure. We got a lot of guys that have been all-time growlers. I do like your guys' thought process, though, as far as trying out the Tuzolino on waivers here. Like, that is something. But yeah, okay. I should probably set the power plays and stuff too. I haven't done that yet. And then we have to introduce a few new players here, namely Mahler, Smith-Pelly, McBride, and Fortin. So we will go do that in just a moment here. But let's first just get the lineup perfectly set. Because, yeah, we're pretty much ready to go here. We're going to run DuPont. Yeah, DuPont's good there. Only difference is Hedberg moves over. Vasiliev gets second unit time. Belchets goes here. Along with, of course, Weston Holloway. Bada bing, bada boom, +5 power play all of a sudden. Then, on the other side, we go Levy and Zykov, and then we're going to go over Teravainen. We're going to throw in, I'm thinking either Sogas or, well, no, it has to be Mears, actually. So Stefan Mears goes in one spot there, and then we go Vasiliev with Teravainen. It just, like, doesn't work sometimes when I press the button. And we'll put both of those guys on inside hand shots, so that's a heck of a second unit power play. I get the feeling that if we put Stefan Mears on the first power play unit, that he would score over 50 goals, and then all of a sudden we would have a problem of having to pay him. So we're not going to do that. Not yet, at least. We will once we have paid him. But on the 4-man unit, Holloway's got a beautiful shot, honestly, but I am thinking that we actually put Belchets in here instead and see how that works. We're on a 3-in-1 kind of system. Does seem to work pretty well. And then on the second unit, keeps Zykov there. And then we'll go Teravainen, Vasiliev, and Mears. Run it like that. That's only +2. Not great. Okay, so maybe we swap out Vasiliev for Holloway. Is that better? Not really. That's kind of unfortunate. What if we go Vasiliev there? That's +3 at least. Okay. I guess we can roll with that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. PK, I'm not really going to touch too much. It's positive for the most part, so. Tuzolino's out, Mahler's in all day. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, not our worst unit and line setup by any means. I am gonna run Hedberg there with Misa this year. The only thing I don't like is that Belchet somehow gets bumped down for. Yeah, no, that makes no sense. Belchets gets bumped down for Vasiliev. Like, what? How does that work? Okay, that looks good. And then 3-on-3. Line number 3 puts Stefan Mears in there. And extra attackers at DuPont and Hedberg. That makes total sense to me. Man, oh man, this team is going to be so good again this year. I think we're rolling. Like, that's it. That's our lineup. That's our team. It is very possibly going to be the best team we've ever rostered. So, that's where we're going to wrap up this one for not the whole live stream. We're going to do the season sim and stuff still, but that's where we're going to wrap up this episode of the Draft Glory edited version. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. And of course, we're still going, chat, so let me just re-up the intro, and then we'll continue on. So, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ep.18 here. Welcome to episode number 36 of this NHL 24 Draft Glory franchise mode here on the edited side of YouTube. Of course, we are live streaming this series as well, so if you want to catch a live stream and get featured in the chat right above me here, then make sure to check my community tab and make sure you have notifications turned on to never miss when I'm streaming. But today we're getting into the 2037-38 regular season, and we have got some serious cap strapping issues that the chat has now discussed as of the last episode to maybe try waivers as an option, because we have these two players that want a ridiculous amount of money in Stefan Mures, who wants pushing the more than 10 million mark, which is crazy, and then Kari Teravainen, who's around the 9 million mark, which, fair enough, they deserve that kind of money for the play they've been able to produce over the last few seasons. Teravainen's been an absolute godsend for our team, especially as a top 6 guy. He's been so good, but we have these really heavy contracts, namely in Andy Healy, who's, don't get me wrong, Healy's been good. He's been scoring fairly steadily. His production has dropped, but he is a penalty minute machine. Nobody's ever going to catch Andy Healy in penalty minutes, because the man is a monster. He puts up what has got to be something like, how many fights a season? We can't even see it, but he's around the 10 fight per season mark, if not more. And then we have Wade Tuzolino, who, while he's been good, he's been steady, is not worth the $8.4 million that he was paid out right after he had this 71-point season. So yeah, that was definitely an error on my end. Nice, Peaceful. You made it. You made it. But out of all honesty, though, this team is, for the most part, set up and ready to succeed for another season. Exactly one more season at this point, because we are going to be doing some serious shenanigans around our team management this year, to try and maintain certain players that we have on the team. But at the current moment, we have this crazy amount of scouting to do, which is going to be fine. We're going to get to it, but that was the wrong region. And okay, let me try that one more time. But yeah, we got to get to scouting, because the scouting takes absolutely forever to get done. And that's why this is not working, is because I keep not hitting relocate. There we go. Gotta love it. Agreed, Peaceful. Gotta love it. I mean, this is a year to love it. Trust me, this is gonna be a year to love it. It's gonna be good this year. I'm actually really looking forward to what the scouts are gonna pull up for us here. But it takes time. Simple as that. Do you guys ever get to the point with your consoles where you're like playing Chell or something like that, and everything just starts getting really laggy, like you have a seriously like delayed controller response and stuff? Because if so, that's probably just means you need to reset your console, as far as like just power it down and then power it back up again kind of thing. And that's exactly where I'm at right now, where like this is so laggy on my end for like when I'm hitting the button versus when the screen is actually reacting to it. So might have to like back out and save at some point here and then just do that, but that'll probably be after the stream is done. So holy scouting, that is crazy. League is going way deep there. That's great. On the other hand, though, yeah, I know it is definitely frustrating when it happens. We are probably going to need, oh, actually, wow, that was surprisingly good efficiency on the scouting there. I know, right? I just always have solutions to problems that are really problems I've experienced or am experiencing, but then I just let you guys know about it, so that whenever you run into it, you go, oh yeah, right, that's how to deal with it, right? Yeah, it's definitely what I do at work when I'm training new hires. That I'm just like, okay, so this hasn't happened yet, but when it does, do this. Just immediately, like, mitigating future problems. Okay. Okay, so the U.S. Central is going to be a region where we probably need a second scout. Meanwhile, this region, we probably don't even need a scout almost. Like, it's crazy. And then the Q has got so many prospects that we didn't even get up to the 60 mark before. Or we only got up to the 60 mark by the time I actually had nailed anything. And we go from 60 to 183. Cool. Probably gonna need another O scout too. Maybe not. Look at that. 1, 2, and 3 all in the dub. That's crazy. That doesn't happen too often. The quality of WHL scouts that we have is actually great. Like, it is so good. Okay, I think this year what we're gonna do. We'll probably take Brossois. Fire him off, and then go and get another SHL scout. I'm going to do that nice and quickly, simply because we really need a new SHL scout. We're not going to have enough money. I mean, we might. Actually, yeah, we should have enough money. Okay, so we'll have to wait on that other scout for a moment, but that's fine. Or I probably should have gone U.S. Central. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. So we'll advance a few days here. I really want to take one of these trades. I really, really want to take one of these trades, and we cannot. That's just tough. All right, let's get Zetterberg rolling here. Yeah, I should not have hired a... Okay. Fire her as well. God, I am mismanaging so hard right now. And I could have just... Oh my god, how stupid am I? Like, I am sorry, but how stupid am I? I literally fired Brossois for no reason. Could have just relocated him instead. Hey, guy, sorry, you're out of a job. Just kidding. We're just relocating you, actually. But, yeah, no, you're fired. Want a little more cash than you offered me. Yeah, you know what? I don't even blame him for that. That was absolutely deserved on my end. I cannot believe how small our arena budget is. It's actually hilarious. Where did Brissois end up? Oh, perfect. He actually did end up in the Central where I wanted him. That's awesome. Alright, get a little more of that range scouted. Perfect. Okay, so now we're actually good to advance to the 30th and do a second round of scouting. It's so tedious, but it is worth it at the end. Offer sheet, please. Please offer sheet. Somebody's got an offer sheet. There's no way nobody is. This is actually insane. Belchy's got, oh my god. Belchy's got 5 points in 3 preseason games. That's great. Literally peaceful, like, oh, I totally botched this. But literally, like, how is that the case still? I literally don't even know what to say anymore. Built this team from the ground up through the farm only, yet they're still not. Yeah, no, literally EAAI. I agree. There's nothing else to explain it besides that. It's so annoying because it's like this should be an option. The AI should be smart enough to go, hey, I need a top 4 elite defenseman. Let's go get him. Trade some picks in exchange. Nope. Literally makes no sense. That's literally how I feel right now. Built this team from the ground up. We literally only had Jonathan Marchessault. Yes, we might have lucked out with a certain Oleg Vasiliev who never actually really panned out to be what he was supposed to be. But aside from that, still... It's still the AI pissing me off out of everything. It's the AI going, oh, trade, trade, trade. I'm like, just because they're on my block doesn't mean I want to trade them. They're on my block to get your attention. Go offer sheet them. Like, seriously. Honestly, at this point, I'm thinking of removing them from the trade block to see if the teams will just go, oh, they don't want to trade them. 2 + 2 = 5. Ah. Like, honestly. They could. They won't, but they could, Peaceful. That is an option. Actually, at that price point, I think Magnuson might cost them a second-round pick. But even still, why not do that? That's the thing, Peaceful. There is no logic. I just read that last little part of the comment. It was like, yeah, no, that doesn't exist. No worries, Peaceful. No worries. Alright, we're done the next round of scouting, and I am slapping a save on here, because... Actually, well, first things first, we're going to go to the trade block and take everything off the block. And then maybe that way teams will actually figure out that, oh, yeah, they're not trying to trade these guys, they're literally just trying to get picks. Like, I'm turning on all of my current and future picks. So if this could please work... That'd be great. Okay, now we're going to save this. Overwrite that current file. Boom. All right. Now we can sim to the regular season. Woohoo! Okay. Oh my god. Gotta stretch. I've been sitting for too long. Ugh. Also doesn't help that I went to the gym yesterday and absolutely ripped my back and chest. Oh my god. And by ripped, I mean literally destroyed on the machines. Oh. And with the weight. Oh my god. I didn't realize how much I hurt. What are we looking at? Ooh, Maloney's a power forward. That's a nice change of pace. And one defensive defenseman named Elliot Nickerson out of France, of all places. Well, you never know what you're going to find in here. Actually, let's go see, because I'm always interested. We don't need them, but I'm always interested to see what's the best goalie that's in the draft. Number 48, Chubasov. Oleg Chubasov. It's such a great name. I love the name Chubasov. Nikolai Medvedev. Okay, so let's go take a look at our team ratings now that we have actually made it to the regular season. First things first, it's going to be the Halifax Huskies. And the Huskies are going to have a 74 rated offense, a 76 rated defense, and 76 rated goaltending. For one of the better teams this group is rostered. I do wonder, what is the best ever? Honestly, that might be the best ever. Oh no, never mind. There was a 79 defense, 83 goaltending like 3 years back when they won their second championship. That team was definitely better. But apart from that, you know, pretty well-balanced team here. We got at least 74 offense this year, which is tied for like third best ever on that team. As far as our NHL team goes, this team is just ungodly. But we are actually in a positive win record now with how good our team's been. Also, Ludwig Enroth is their captain now in Edmonton because Draisaitl's gone, McDavid's gone. That is such a weird sight to see somebody else be the Edmonton captain. But this year, our team is definitely down from previous years. Yeah, it would be the bottom pairing is the reason why. But for year 15, your Halifax Huskies have still got 100 rated offense because it's that good. But we're down to just 91 defense from 98 last year. And then we have 92 goaltending this year, which 92 is somehow worse compared to last year as well, which I don't even understand because I thought our goaltending stayed the exact same. But you know what? It might just be because what's his name is in net. It might be Sawyer Saunders in net for that game. That might be why. So if that's the case, we probably have 94 goaltending. Actually, yeah, no. Our players definitely did. Yeah, that's okay. That's exactly why. So let's try this. And then go back into that game and see. And yeah, all of a sudden it's 94. Okay, so that is the case. Our goaltending did not change. So yeah, 94 goaltending this year. Great. Perfect. Make it work. And all right, we are good to actually get into some simulation now. Woohoo! So, what's the wins prediction this year, guys? I'm interested to see what you guys are thinking in the chat. I'm gonna say we win 59 games this year. It's not gonna be 60, but it's gonna be real close because really this team hasn't changed all that much. But yeah, we're gonna get into. We'll simulate like a month or get up to our second scouting date, and then we'll try the Tuzolino, what do you call it? We'll try the Tuzolino scratching, whatever else, what other word I'm going to use for that. Okay, so Mures has come down quite a bit from his previous price point, which is great. But we still... What do you call it? We still have to find that money somewhere. Because he would want 12.25. Sorry, 2.25, which would be a 10.4. 10.4, that's not bad. That's not a horrible contract for a guy like Mears. Especially since he's going to be playing top line minutes all year. Kari Teravainen, on the other hand, has gone up significant shit. No, I don't want to lose Teravainen, but he's going to be so much money. We're going to lose all of our fan favorite players. I just have that feeling that things are not going to work that way. Oh, my heart. Oh, that is brutal. Yeah, no, that's not good at all. So yeah, as far as roster moves go, so what we're going to try first is sending... Tuzolino's down to 83 overall. Okay. Try to wave Tuzi. Yeah, that's what we're going to start with. If it works, we're definitely going to lose a lot of players. Yeah, it's going to be tough. But we're going to try this. Okay. This is a big move for this team here. Because if this goes through, we clear up $8.4 million of cap space, which is massive. It means we can immediately pay Steven Mears, which is great. And then if that goes through, then we can try it with Healy too. If that goes through, then okay. Big moment here. We'll see what happens. But let's try it. And boom. Let's go. Let's go. That is actually huge for this team. So the Washington Capitals grab Wade Tuzolino off of waivers, and it is a massive move for the Growlers cap space, at least. This is going to allow our team to grow significantly. Honestly, Peaceful, that might be the single biggest brain move we have seen all series long. That was massive. That just saved us so much money. So thank you. Absolute credit to Peaceful. Thank you. That was so good. Do we try it with Healy now, though? That is the other question, is do we try scratching Healy? Or waiving Healy? Do we? Because he's just a penalty minute machine, if I'm being honest. Do we scratch Healy, though? That is the next question, is do we scratch Healy? Because if we do, that clears up so much money for this team that it's not even fair. It's not even fair for the rest of the league if that works. Because we could do that. We very well could do that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. We're going to go offer a contract extension right now. Like, literally right now. So, Halsey. Healy, was he a good player? Healy's been okay. He hasn't been any better than... what do you call it? He's 86 rated. But he hasn't been any better than Tuzolino was. So, Halsey, what you just missed is that we just waived Wade Tuzolino and cleared up $8.4 million worth of cap space. Tuzolino was on the downtrend as a 32-year-old and had only put up he was putting up 60-ish points, give or take, but we have other younger guys that can slide right into that role, cost us less money, and we can then allocate that cap space upward to other future guys that are going to be really good. But yeah, there's a good chance that we waive Andy Healy here too. Let him play 10 more games. So that's the thing, is we could set up Healy to play 1,000 games, potentially. But he's hit 600 points. And yeah, hopefully by that point, okay, that's what we're going to do, is we'll let Healy sit, we'll let him play. Why do you feel so smart right now? Because nobody else thought of it, Peaceful. That was an absolutely clutch idea. But, yeah, we'll let Healy hit his 1,000th game with the Growlers, and then we'll go, all right, bye-bye. But that's going to be hilarious, because, we'll hit 45 games, so long as he doesn't get injured. Then we'll scratch him. So, yeah, then we'll waive him, clear up the cap space, and then we should be able to pay out... hopefully by then, Teravainen's value, or, asking price will have gone down, and then we can pay... Teravainen as well, because we got Mears and Teravainen are the two big boy names that we got to pay here. But we're going to start off with Steven Mears because we got the money for it, and an 8-year contract isn't going to cost us that much for a top 6 elite sniper. So I gotta sneeze. There we go. Okay. But yeah, 0.85 times 12.225 is going to be a $10.4 million contract. That is a lot less than Mears was asking for just a couple months earlier, which is huge, because that's exactly what we needed to go our way, was that one of our young gun, big name scorer guys like that actually came in clutch. So, $10.4 million, not a big contract at all for what Steven Mears is going to provide. At this point, I almost want to slap him in over Belchets on some of the power plays and stuff like that, because we've got him extended here at this point. Well, not we do have him extended. As soon as we extend him, then we will do that. So, let's start simming. We're down to Andy Healy's last 45 games. We're hoping that Kari Teravainen either gets injured or doesn't play well or something like that, just so that we can maintain his value or like decrease his value. We immediately lose Raimo Timonen. Go figure. But we did beat the Edmonton Oilers, and then all right, more injuries. And we do get Steven Mears, so perfect. We get 2 games in. We beat the Capitals in our home opener. And we get more trade offers for players that are available on the block for contracts to sign, but teams just refuse to actually sign those RFAs. So, all right. Why are we on view lines there? What? Hold on. What is going on here? Okay. Now that we're here, first off, Steven Mears, 2 goals in 2 games. Great start. But we are going to put him in over Belchets. We're going to see if that works. That does indeed work. Okay, so we'll give that a try. I really don't like the Teravainen's already got 3 points in 2 games. Ugh. Which, you know, it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's like, well, Because, yeah, with Teravainen, he's going to be looking at, he should be around the $8 to $9 million mark, and, oh, actually, you know what? That's the thing. Teravainen's been that good. Well, yeah, exactly. Healy's 2 years older than him. We are going to let Healy play out to his extension points, but yeah, exactly. We would have been paying him for 4 years if we bought him out. Exactly. So but yeah, with Teravainen, we should, like, I'm not going to sign him for more than like 4 or 5 years, somewhere in that range. So he actually, his price hasn't really changed a whole lot. Because if he's looking at a 9.725, yeah, it's 8.27 million. Okay, so yeah, he's right around the same price we thought he was going to be, actually. I thought, it looked like he had gone up because we were sitting on 6 years for the extension rather than like 5 or 4. So yeah, once we buy out Healy, then we'll absolutely extend. We will absolutely extend Teravainen, and that is going to be worth it. So, all right, let's continue on. Finish off this first month in October, and then we'll get through that bit of November. And all right, we're 3-0 to start. Make it 4. We get another crazy trade offer for Magnuson that I can't accept. And Tuzolino is back, baby. Let's go. This is a great start here, I agree. But yeah, no, I love how this team looks this year. Like, it's looking really good. How has Saunders not won yet had an 844 to start? Like, what? Holy, our goalies are good, man. And we lost one in overtime to the Canes there. The Canes are a good team. Like, they definitely gave us a run for our money last season. Ouch, Hedberg gets out with injured ribs and he's gone for like 2 weeks. That's not great for his production. Yeah, exactly, Halsey. It's really working out. Like, it's not just kind of working out. It has been possibly the single best contract that we have signed for this team. I also, okay, so last stream, Halsey, I made the mistake of not turning off goalie auto rotate, and that happened, where he won, yeah, it's 8.6, exactly. Well, 8.6 and a quarter, but yeah. Yeah, I forgot to turn off goalie auto rotate, or turn on goalie auto rotate because we had it off for the previous playoffs, and it went well. He had 9 shutouts and only lost 17 games all year. But yeah, somehow he didn't hit a franchise potential from there, and he probably should have. But, you know, it is what it is. Head coach replaces players, okay. And come on, you cheapskates, sign my guys in free agency, please. Oh my god, look at that trade offer. Like, that's ridiculous. Okay, so we're up to there. We're going to go up to the 11th against Detroit. And I would love 2 seconds for Robbins. That'd be great. I would really appreciate that. Why don't you guys go and offer him some money for one singular season? And we get Hedberg back. Yeah. Halsey's reaction. Oh my. Oh my. Wait, what do you mean you might have screwed us out of some lottos? Like some draft lotteries? No way, Peaceful. No way. Also, our top line is all over the place right now. Like, I don't understand this scoring. Oleg Vasilyev has got 14 points. Teravainen has got 15. Belch has got 13. So that second line is just literally clicking on all cylinders right now. Oh, what's his name? Bernier just dropped to medium 6, which is fine. I got nothing wrong with that. That's his legitimate potential there. But, yeah, no, we definitely want Mahler to start producing a little more. I know he's only playing 9:15 a night or something like that, but... How are our goalie numbers looking? 926, 7 out of 8 for Modine. 2 out of 4. 1 shutout, though, for Saunders. So, yeah, Sawyer Saunders is having a heck of a year as well. That's going to be all over the place, maybe? No? Okay, so we did win there. So we won 2, lost 1. Or no, we lost 2 out of 4 there. That wasn't great. But yeah, all right, we're up to our next scouting date. Kari Teravainen has decided that, hey, it's a contract year. Screw all of you. I'm putting up 1.5 points a game. Maybe not 1.5, but he's in that range for sure. So yeah, that's go figure. That's how it goes. And he's now wanting more money. Go figure. We are just going to be able to afford him unless he actually slows down here a little bit. So that's going to be tough, but you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, I am worried about this Kari Teravainen contract now. Yeah, back to scouting. Oh, gotcha, Peaceful, gotcha. Yeah, no. Like, it was never your fault that we lost lotteries. You're bound to lose lotteries in this game, but, yeah, no, that's actually hilarious, though. That absolutely made up. You just completely, like, reversed my botched contract mistake on Tuzolino. And, yeah, no, that's gonna pay off big time, because having Muir's extended long-term is good, like, really good, because he's one of our top producing forwards most years, or he has been at least. Like, he's really started to look. Who took Tuzolino? It was Washington. So Capitals got him. They're not a good team by any means, but yeah, that's where it goes. Thank you, Washington, for making me smart. Washington. The Capitals capitalized on the cap dump by the cap-strapped Newfoundland Growlers. I don't think I could fit the word cap into that sentence any more than I did. Yeah, like, I don't know what that was about, Halsey. I literally saw that happen. I was like, well, Washington's getting a top 3 pick next year. Like, literally, that was the first thing that went through my head when it was like, oh, Kemper for Dubois. I'm like, shoot, LA got a decent goalie, and they traded away the PLD curse, which is about all you can ask for in a trade, if I'm being honest. Like, they really nailed that one, in my opinion. So, for a starting goalie, exactly. Like, the Kings are going to be fine. They had 2, what you would call backup goalies starting this last season. The only reason they did so good is because Cam Talbot literally stood on his head as like a 34-year-old, which doesn't normally happen at this point. So that was a bit of an anomaly. But then again, you could argue Jonathan Quick was a bit of an anomaly and the main reason why the New York Rangers were actually able to win the President's Trophy this year. But it happens. Like, it's just... Yeah, no, that's totally what I thought, Halsey. Like, I thought, oh, they'll be doing this big cap dump or they'll have to trade him and, like, 2 firsts away for, like, a second or something like that. Not the case. Is it Rob Blake as the GM or who's the GM there? Whoever LA's GM is absolutely just pulled one off. Like, that was crazy. So, yeah. Rob Blake, yeah. Yeah, so Blake pulled one off there for sure. Yeah, no, when I saw that, I was like, oh, come on, LA actually pulled it off. Cap's going to be at the bottom of the league with my... Oh, you're a Flames fan. I apologize, Halsey. I apologize. Like, that is... You know, a lot of people have said that, Divinity, and I thought about it, but yeah, no, I've got... But don't show the screen, just record a reaction video. I mean, I could. I don't think I'm going to, but I've got a viewing party that I'm going to. Like, my parents' place has got a big screen TV. Also... Oh, yeah, no, like, that's the thing, is I'm sure everybody would watch if I was streaming the game. I would probably get copyright claims and stuff all over it, but, maybe I'll record a reaction video or something. I might record a reaction video. I could do that. I think I might have enough phone space to do that on my camera. That would be something. That would be funny for sure. Where do you see your phone storage? It's in settings. There we go. My apologies, guys. I'm just taking a moment here. Oh yeah, I got 135 gigs available on my phone. I didn't realize I got this phone like almost coming up on 2 years now. It's an S23. But yeah, coming up on 2 years as of like February. But yeah, I didn't realize it was the 256 gig version. So yeah, I've got a lot more storage on my phone than I initially realized. So that is very possibly something I could do, is set it up so that I got a reaction video going with my family and my dad and my brothers and everybody in there. And I think one of my buddies is coming over to watch too. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, so... Oh yeah, exactly. That's regardless, you'll have the reaction, Etanios reaction, because I'm just gonna be so excited about it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not getting too high or too low on it because I know it's a 50-50 chance that they win or lose. But literally just comes down to whichever team wants it more. Out of all honesty, like, I don't even care if I post a reaction video and it gets copyrighted. Like, I would absolutely be down to just have that on my channel. Like, I remember seeing, before a rebuild, as long as they get Draisaitl and McDavid signed, then they are just always going to be in contention. Like, it's really like the Draisaitl contract talks start as soon as this playoffs is over, so it really depends on not it doesn't depend on if they win or lose. I think regardless if they win or lose, Draisaitl is going to be re-signing. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. You. That's actually really funny. Peaceful. Sorry, that is hilarious. So, yeah, no, I literally don't care if it gets copyrighted and I can't make money off of it or anything. But like, I would just love to have my reaction on the internet because, yeah, that would be great. Regardless of win or lose, I mean, if Draisaitl pulls a Gaudreau, I might cry. I genuinely might cry. That would be so horrible. But for Oilers fans, at least. For Draisaitl, great move for his career, probably. But why wouldn't you want to stay with a group like Edmonton, like the Oilers have, where you've got this kind of... You've got your combination of, yeah, you've got the best player in the world in Connor McDavid, but as a teammate. But then you also have one of the best up-and-coming... Yeah, literally Halsey. Like, that was just such a unexpected move. Like, nobody was ready for that. Exactly. It's not like I was listening to, who is it? I think it was 32 Thoughts. And they were talking about it, like Elliot Friedman, Jeff Merrick were talking about, we need to start considering it's not the Russian factor anymore, because the Russian factor, it's like, yeah, these Russian players are trying to get out of Russia because the NHL pays better. They get a more kind of relaxed lifestyle in North America. Like, why wouldn't they want to get out of Russia? So it's not a Russian factor anymore in the draft. It's the American factor, because all these American players are like going back to college for second, third, fourth year, and they're like, by the end of the deal, they're an unrestricted free agent. They're like, you got to trade me. I'm not going to come sign for you. Like, that's actually becoming a real thing now in the draft, which is hilarious, because it's never something I thought we'd see. But yeah, you look at like Adam Fox, Cutter Gauthier, like so many different guys have just been like, nah, I'm playing my college card. You have to listen to my demands. Simple as that. Like, that's literally what's been happening, and it's so strange, but so interesting to watch. So anyways, as we get back into the sim here, we lose Michel Bernier, unfortunately. We do get Vic Boyce back. Flames with Adam Fox would have been deadly, yeah. Yeah, same thing there, Peaceful. Like, exact same scenario as well there with, like, that could have gone bad as well. It didn't, fortunately, but... Yeah, okay, that was not what I meant to do. Hudson is going to be... I think he's going to be a beast once he gets injured once or twice, because then he's actually going to realize that, like, oh, yeah, I got to protect myself a little more. I can't just be kind of skating around with my head down on the ice, because he... Not that he does that. Like, he definitely does have his head up a lot of the time, but the NHL is a bigger, faster, meaner league. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Alright, we are cruising along here. No issues up to this point, really, for the most part. And we are 14-4-2 currently. We'll finish up this month. Beat Florida. Oh! We lose Sawyer Saunders to an injury. That's not ideal. And I don't want to waive Caden Standard or anybody, so Malmstrom's going in, I guess. Hudson's currently a point-per-game player in his career. Wow, yeah, Montreal's his second favorite team. Cool, yeah. I don't mind the Habs at all. Like, they have a really great prospect pool. They're not my favorite Canadian team by any means. Like, I think... Let's see, who's the next team I like to cheer for after Edmonton? I would say as contradictory as it is, I probably like to cheer for Vancouver the second most, because it's like, okay, they're nice and close to where I am, so I don't feel bad when they do well. But I also like this new Canucks team a lot more. Although, don't get me wrong, I absolutely did not like the Canucks in the playoffs as far as like the Carson Soucy and Nikita Zadorov cross check on McDavid. That was a dangerous play, but you know, it was correct dealings with the league as far as how they got around that. How's the draft class looking here? Just looking for any guys that have like all A's and B's across the board, because when you find those guys, those are usually the draft steals. There was a gem guy there, but James Blugis. Gonna be an interesting draft this year. I have no idea how anything's gonna turn out yet, but yeah. All right, we continue on winning here. Marco Järvinen is apparently healthy now. I didn't know he was injured, but okay. Okay. Ooh, the Huskies are not doing good. 10-16. That is, or 10-18 even. Like, that is probably one of the worst records we've seen from them in a while. So, hold on. Are we up to, where are we at? We're at 30 games? Yeah, we're going up to 44, 45, right? Before we waive Healy and extend Teravainen. But yeah. All right, we'll continue on here. We lose a few games in a row. We get McBride back off an injury because, yeah, he was injured. 31-34 for Mears is looking pretty darn good right now. I don't like that Misa's only got 22 points in 34 games. I don't know what is going on with this line right now, but I think we're going to have to make some changes here. 32 for Teravainen, 35 for Vasilyev. That's crazy. Maybe let's try one like that and like that. You know what? I'm okay with that. Let's give that a try. Because, yeah, I'm not really liking how Hedberg's playing right now. Like, that's not good enough for me. Because Hedberg's in on our power play and everything. Like, I don't know why he's not scoring. Oh, excuse me. Feel bad for Vasilyev a little bit. Yeah, except he's having a great year right now. Like, this is probably one of the best production years we've seen from him. Like, he's almost a point per game right now, which doesn't happen too often. I think he's only ever had 1 point per game season, which he had 72 assists in, so he's kind of on that pace right now. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We did get McBride back. What am I doing? There we go. So, yeah, we're playing McBride in here just because I want him to develop. He's big, 6'5", 230. He fits well with a smaller 5'11", Maurice 410. I never actually showed you guys our new players now that I'm thinking about it. So, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I can go back and show you guys if you would like, but at the same time, but yeah, we got guys like Sonnenberg coming up. He's going to be great. We finally got Harrison Georges back, so we're not going to have a negative defensive group here. I just don't understand how our AHL team is doing so bad right now. Okay, so we are nowhere near the same mark that we were at last year. Like, we're not pushing top of the league like we were. But it is what it is, you know? It's not a huge deal that this is happening. And Oh my goodness, come on already. And there goes Georges again. He's injured again. So we have 47 points currently, which has got to put us near the top of the league. Yeah, Galley Jr.'s just never really panned out, unfortunately. Landon DuPont's exactly 1 point per game, which is nowhere near what he was at last year. We are currently not even top 8. We're 9th place in the league this year, so definitely a bit of a drop-off season. Definitely just not the same level of production as we've seen in previous years. Obviously, you know, this team this team had a pretty long off season last year, so not really surprising that we haven't started extremely well. We've been okay. Top 10 in the league is still not bad. Gives you a shot at the playoffs for sure. But yeah, Modine's been kind of just average, and same with Saunders. Like, those guys haven't really just stood on their heads like they did last year. Nisa's starting to play better. We have very well-rounded scoring for the most part. I'm not against how that's turning out. It's more just that matter of like, okay, well, we're trying to get something else rolling here as far as scoring and production goes. Like, Holloway has more goals than assists at this point. That's crazy. On the other hand, DuPont is completely the opposite. Zykov only has 12 points through 35 games, so that is not it either. For a guy that we are paying $8 million to, or $7.3 million to. Yeah, okay. Alright, we get to go up to January 15th is my scouting date, I believe. So yeah, we'll go up to the halfway point of this month. See if our team can get on some kind of roll or win streak or something here. And alright, we immediately start off with a win. Make it 2-1 on the month to 3-1, 4, 5, 1-1 on the month. Okay, that's not bad. Nobody's catching the Golden Knights at this point. They have 71 points, which is crazy. We have 58. Belchet's is just under a point per game now. Very balanced scoring for him, but yeah, this Growlers team just is not playing the same as they have in very recent and previous years, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, more scouting to do here. When's Healy's last game? At 45. Which are we at right now? We're 42. So we've got 3 more games. His last game will be against the Detroit Red Wings, I believe. And then we will scratch him and send a contract extension over. And yeah, he's not producing particularly well. 20 points or 22 points in 42 games. Yeah, he's 3 away from 1,000. Hasn't been anything super crazy or special, and he's losing X factors now too, which is what it is. Not great. Okay, we're gonna try switching the lines back here to get those double +5s. He should, as Tuzolino did. Yeah, exactly. No, he should get claimed. I don't see why he wouldn't. Yeah, no, Healy is the penalty king. 1,661 minutes of penalties over his career. Like, that is insane. He is just a penalty minute master. Such sad. Healy gone will heal our team. Yeah, we'll probably be less beaten up, that's for sure. Because, yeah, you look at the rest of the penalty minutes, like, yeah, Holloway takes a good amount. 32 minutes so far isn't insane. 33 for Muirs. Like, Muirs is up there. Hedberg's up there. Obviously, Belchet's is, but yeah, like, it's not even really that close. But yeah, I like, I'm not against how Smith Pelly's playing right now either. He's doing just fine. So yeah, it is going to be such sad, but it will be worth it, I think, for keeping Teravainen around. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Now we get potential comparison, which is the funnest part, because now you get to sit back and be like, ooh, here we go. Here we go. We get to see how good players actually are going to be. So yeah, we'll go up to the 15th, or May 14th, I guess, which is just before the 15th. Yeah, I can agree with you on that, Divinity. Yeah, as soon as we get that next extension done with Teravainen, that's gonna make a huge difference for this team's success and not just it's not necessarily longevity, but it's more so that matter of just having that security of, okay, we have our number 2 center signed up for the next 4 seasons. We're going to be locked and loaded. Literally, this is locking it down through some very sneaky shenanigans of waiving players right now. Terry wants $12 million now. Yeah, but that's the thing, is we're going to try to get him for less than that. We have a strategy that I think is going to work. Of course, it's because he's in his contract finale season, and because of that, he's then playing out of his mind and is one of the top scorers on the entire team. Which, don't get me wrong, he has been a top scorer on the team for many of the previous seasons. The $5 million contract was just not sheer luck, but just sheer anticipation from us that we knew he was going to be a good player. So yeah, he's very much paid off. That contract has paid massive dividends for this team already. We've won 2 cups. Like, what more do you want, right? Now it's really just that matter of he's worth hanging on to over some of those other players because he puts up better point production and he doesn't take nearly as many penalties as those other guys. So yeah, it really came down to that picking and choosing between the 30-plus-year-old players to be like, okay, who's worth hanging around, who's not worth it. I'm really hoping it's going to be a good draft this year. Like, we have such a big difference from last year as far as having that low draft class quality. Should be good. Should be really good, but we'll see. All right. Almost there. Are we pushing the 3-hour mark on this stream? We gotta be. Gotta be getting there. Oh yeah, we're getting close. Okay, so yeah, once we finish up the season, that's where we'll wrap up the stream, but I like where we're at. I actually still can't believe that none of our players got offer sheeted. Like, that's crazy. We had 3 really good players in there, and none of them got offer sheeted. That could probably be an argument, though, as to why our team's not as good this year, is that we do not have the same level of defense as we had in previous seasons. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. So, yeah, something to think about for sure. I wonder if it's broken, honestly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if EA somehow managed to break offer sheets as well. Because, like, we've seen it in previous Draft to Glory series where, like, your guy gets offer sheeted right away. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we make it a rule that, like, if the AI offers a trade or deal that is actually, like, fairly equivalent to an offer sheet where it's, like, 2 second rounders in exchange for your player or something, that we just take it? Because, like, it's annoying. Like, I feel like we should be able to get picks somehow, and they just, I don't know. Like, I haven't seen one yet either, and we've had Landon Robbins, who's an amazingly good defenseman as far as his overall quality goes, being 84 rated, just not get offer sheeted. Like, how does that happen? Let's see. I'm gonna actually Reddit look this up here quickly. Are offer sheets broken in NHL 24? That would be not the right year. Huh. Okay. Well, nothing's saying it is, but they might be. We genuinely might be looking at broken offer sheets here, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you think that it makes sense for us to incorporate a rule into our franchise mode here where it then fits and adjusts so that we can actually get compensation for our restricted free agents that we can't afford to pay, then yeah, maybe we do something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like Mears is going to go on a hot streak here and actually catch up to that point per game pace. He's got to be really close right now if he doesn't have it. But yeah, we'll see. So. Alright, we are almost there, and there it is. 45 games. We got 62 points, so we're now like third place in the league, but I know, right, Halsey? Like, he should have X Factors, and he doesn't for some reason. But this is it. This is the end of the road for Andy Healy. He's hit his 1,000-game mark. He's been a heck of a player for us. So we're going to sit here and say thank you for your service, Mr. Andy Healy. Thank you for the amount of times you've beaten other teams' players' skulls in, because that's really what he's good at. And yeah, just a heck of a career for him overall with Newfoundland. He was actually a pretty solid takeaway machine with his check-in, but he would take penalties fairly often. So there you have it. 623 points over 1,000 games played, a 6.23 point per game pace, or a 0.623 point per game pace. Not a bad career at all for him. But we are going to sub him out here and throw, I guess, Pat Archer's playing defense right now. Actually, we have literally nobody to sub in right now. That's great. Okay. Archer is on the first line. I don't know why, but he is. I guess we'll move Milan Sekras up. Why not? You know what? Sekras doesn't even fit that badly. That's not bad. All right. Yeah, we have got multiple injuries rolling right now, so that's why things look the way they do. But we'll get it fixed up here in a moment. Let's also see, is it even worth it to Yeah, it's going to be worth it. And for 5 years, it's absolutely going to be worth it because he wants 9.05, which as soon as we clear up this cap space is going to make total sense. So let's do that. And where is Andy Healy going to go? First off, let's do it again. Just say thank you, Andy Healy, for all your time and service. Your 85 rating has been absolutely... He's been an absolute battering ram for this team. And we appreciate the Cup Season 1. We appreciate the time and effort he spent with this club because he has been a physical beast. But I think it's time to say goodbye. Kari Teravainen's going to be crying his eyes out for a few days here probably, along with Belchet's, Archer, and Levshinov. But it is time. We need that cap space to pay your buddy. Goodbye, Andy Healy. And he also goes to Washington, so at least Tuzolino and Healy become buddies in Washington there. That's going to be good. I know it's a sad day for the Growlers yet again. It's been a sad season overall for the Growlers, just trying to clear up that space, make things work. But, yeah, we just have the money now to pay Teravainen, and the best part is that at that 9 point... We're going to be saving quite a bit here. $9.05 million. It's only going to be a $7.7 million contract for Kari Teravainen, which is crazy good. It'll be 5 years at $7.7 million, but we will take it. We will absolutely take that kind of money. All right, so let's slap that contract down. That's our big name center getting signed there. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we want. Let's advance a couple more days, and we should get it here in just a moment. And Kari, come on, buddy. Kari for the win. There it is. Beautiful. $7.7 million. That is so clutch. That is so clutch and so good for this team. We're saving that file right now. I'm not even going to hesitate on it. Let's do it. Okay, so now that we are at this point in the season, huge as far as getting Teravainen signed. I think so. It's been in the game since they switched over to next gen. So, from Xbox, I think it would have been 360 at that point. So, all right, 410's already back in the lineup because this whole lineup is just in shambles with injuries right now. We lose a few games in a row there, but you know what? We will take it. As far as we get Hedberg back at least, so that's good. He's the third highest rated winger on our team. That's crazy. We're going to throw Archer in there. We are going to make the swap because Archer should be playing bottom line rather than 15 minutes a night. That's crazy. And how are the goaltenders looking? 7 out of 16 for Saunders, not great. 23 out of 37, and 3 shutouts at least for Ludwig Modin, so he's come back down to earth a bit. But, alright, now that we're through January, we get through February, and February is going to be an interesting month. This could be not a make-or-break month for our team, but either a we're the top of the league or we're not top of the league. You just realized that it worked this year, Halsey? Is that what you're saying? Like, you didn't know it was actually in the game before then? Because, yeah, it's been in the game for a while. Washington likes you, absolutely. Not as much as we like you, though, Peaceful. Like, we are forever grateful for that peaceful genius there. That was huge for our team. Like, we literally just got to sign all of our players that I wanted to keep more than Tuzolino and Healy. It was perfect. Literally just a perfect play. So yeah, overall things are going quite well here for the Growlers. We're now on a 3-game losing streak, of course, as soon as I say things are going well. And the Montreal Canadiens catch up to us, so that's an interesting one. We are currently, let's see, 1 team, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're probably about 6th place in the league now. So, but Belchet's is over a point per game, just ever so slightly. I don't know how. Nobody else is over a point per game. How about, look at this, 36 goals from Steven Mears. Should I call him Steven or Stefan? What do you guys like more? I feel like Stefan's probably right for a Norwegian or a Danish guy, but it could be Steven. Steven Mjøres. I don't know. But he's scoring like crazy right now. So yeah, keep an eye on him. 16.2 shooting percentage is insane. Stefan. Yeah, Stefan. Okay, let's keep it Stefan. It's spelled Stefan, so yeah, Mjøres is looking great. How about Oleg Vasilyev with 57 points this year? He's having a heater. Kari Teravainen's having a solid year with 53 points. Nothing insane. And then I don't know what's happened here to Sven Hedberg, but he's just stopped putting the puck in the net. Altogether just stopped. Can't tell you why, but he has. Yeah, no, that makes no sense with Hedberg. He did. He hit high elite potential and just stopped playing. He's like, yeah, this is as good as I get. You're not getting anything more from me. That's literally how it feels right now. Like, I don't even know what else to say. We're going to have a full $10 million line here. Like, it's literally going to be a $30+ million line. That's going to be crazy. Teravainen's only 7.7, so yeah, we're going to have a very solidly built second line. But I'm thinking we put Belchet's on the top line over Mjøres, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of just what I'm feeling. I just don't get it. Why did he get so bad? Just stop playing. I got nothing for it. I don't know why that's happened, but it has. So we're keeping Hedberg on the top line. You know, maybe he's just having his sophomore slump way further into his career than we expected, but you know, it is what it is. I got nothing else to say beyond that talking point. So let's finish off the month of March here now. We've got the trade deadline, which literally I'm going to bet one blockbuster trade happens again, and that's it. And it's going to be Spencer Knight going on waivers somehow. Don't ask me. I guess he is 36 now. Yeah. No blockbuster trades happen. Okay, cool. And we beat the Capitals, beat the Canadiens, and then losing a shootout to the Sharks. Wow, we are losing way more games this year than last year. It's too bad because, I was expecting things to go well. Oh, that is a high top 6 player in the top 3. Jeez. Okay. That's what happens sometimes, especially when you get into draft classes like this. How about this guy here? What's his name? Vincent Waugh? But yeah, look at the low elites. That's the difference from year to year, right? There's a lot of them. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so nice. I love having actual elite players to pick from. Theo is your favorite player? Yeah, fair enough. He was so fun to watch. What did they call him? Did they call him Little Ball of Hate? Or is that... No, that was somebody else. Who got called the Little Ball of Hate? No medium fours, hey? No medium four players yet. I mean, we're still waiting on scouting reports, but what? Wild. Okay. Reed McClellan's back. We'll let them fix that as it goes. Mason Laura, we're not going to take. That's all good, peaceful. It was we really needed that to happen. Like if you hadn't thought that up, I don't think I would have. So Mjøres has got, he's a point per game now. Let's go, Steven Mjøres, big production, yes sir. Gonna be a down year for Hedberg for sure, but it happens. Pat Verbeek is a Little Ball of Hate. Yeah, that's who it was, right? Yeah, because he wasn't big in stature, but the way he played the game is like, oh my god, this guy's literally gonna try to kill me. Belchet's 74 points, looking good. Teravainen 60 points is solid. 69 points for Vasilyev, yes sir. Misa's doing well, 65 and 72. And then, yeah, a point per game for Stefan Mjøres. He looks so good. Ooh, also, how about a 92 rated Weston Holloway putting up 47 points as well as 23 goals? That is a lot of goals. 68 points for DuPont. I like the balanced defensive scoring we're getting. Like, this is not bad at all. 32 for. Okay, Zykov's gotten up a little bit. That's not so bad. Holloway really turned it on though. Yeah, 23 goals from a D-man is absolutely absurd. Like, you hardly ever see that. It's no 70-point season. Like, you'd need a lot more assists, but yeah. Yeah, no, he was not playing nearly as well earlier on in the season, but yeah, he turned it up for sure. All right, so as we continue on here, looking pretty good. 45, 23, and 8. Nothing crazy. 98-point record. There's quite a few teams ahead of us this year. So yeah, even if we win all of our games to finish off the season, always scoring more than your entire bottom six. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's crazy to see. But we'll finish off this month. Smith Pelly gets a mild concussion, so that's not great. He's this Aaron Armstrong guy. Seattle draft pick, so we can't take him. And, all right, there's Smith Pelly back after like 3 days of being out. But yeah, I very much like how this team played this year. I got no issues with it. Obviously, it's not a top end finish like we've seen in previous years, but you know, we were due for a down year. We need 50 wins. I think we'll get it. Let's see. Smith Pelly immediately gets injured again. All right, there's 49 and there's 50. Beautiful. So we finish off the season with a 50, 24, and 8 record. Not the worst season in Growlers history by any means, especially considering some of the seasons that the Growlers have produced, especially earlier on in this save. Like, we had a couple 20 under 30 win seasons. I think there was 4 in a row there, 3 in a row for sure, where we didn't even win 30 games. And now we're in the 50 plus range, which is great. So yeah, this is just as good as it gets. I mean, obviously the 65 win season last year is something that you're probably never going to see again. But let's advance another day or two just to get everything wrapped up nice and tidy here. So there we go, all 82s. And all right, 49 goals and 40 assists for Ethan Belchess leads the way with 89 points on the team this year. 87 points and a 51 goal season for Stefan Mears, and he drops to a medium 6. Are you kidding me? Oh man, that was painful. Oh jeez. Okay, well, you know what? That's that hurts, man. That just hurts. I can't believe that just happened. Really? Come on. It's the same as Teravainen, right? Like, he just drops off for no reason. You're just like, oh, what? Huh, why? So yeah, that just happened. So sad. So sad, because Stefan Mears definitely deserved to be an elite player with that point production that he just put up. That's an 87-point season, man. It's his 3rd year in the league. What, like, I get he's 26, but come on. 50-goal season equals not elite. Exactly. Like, welcome, Colin. Glad you could make the stream. Things went pretty well for the Growlers this year. We had a good season for sure. But yeah, looking at all of our forwards, obviously, certain guys were playing really well. Other guys decided to take a nap and a year off. No idea why, but, you know, that happens. We had pretty solid 30-ish point consistency from that middle line there, or the 3rd line, and then the 4th line, solid as well. Nothing to complain about there. As far as the defense goes this year, obviously Landon DuPont had a great season again. Is he over point per game? No, he's about 100 points behind a point per game. I was really hoping for another 100-ish point season from him, but it just didn't quite happen. But you know what? He's still been a fabulous D-man for us. No doubt about it. He's 96 rated, so only plus 31 this year in spite of scoring 77 points. So yeah, our team definitely gave up a lot more this year than last year. Levshinov's dropped right down to just 2 X factors finally. I was wondering if or when that was going to happen, because he is 32 now. DuPont did return to Earth. Yeah, he's fallen out of orbit there. So, but yeah, Zykov 33 points, not horrible, but not great by any means either. He's probably going to drop the top 4 at some point if this keeps up. Yeah, Levshinov. I mean, Levshinov's still scoring, so we can't really complain. But it was bound to happen at some point. Maurice Fortin, 15 points in his rookie season. That's not bad by any means. We'll take it. McBride had 12 and was only -1, so we must have the... Oh, it's not even remotely close. We definitely have the best top 4 in the league. But one game from Malmstrom, oh my god. Poor Johan Malmstrom. What game was that? I'm sorry, but what game did he play where we gave up a 12.37 goals against average? Hold on, I gotta go find this game in the calendar. We must have lost like 10-4 or something like that. I can't even remember. Maybe it was the 7-6 game, because that's a lot of goals to give up. What other game could it have been? Maybe the 6-3? Did we lose worse than that anywhere? I think it was the 7-6 game, if I'm being honest. Because it wasn't that early on in the season. We lost 6-1 there. Maybe it was that one. 6-2 maybe to the Lightning. I think it had to be that 7-6 game. He had to have been in net for that one. Or maybe the 6-5. Those are the only few games that I can actually look at and go, yeah, that's a lot of goals against. Like, the most we ever gave up in a game was 7. We won 10-4 against Columbus here at one point, but yeah, wow. That's just crazy. So that was it for the stats. Let's go look at the rest of the standings here quickly. He got put in at some point during the game, exactly, and it did not go well for him, that's for sure. So yeah, we don't win our division this year. That will go to the Montreal Canadiens. And yet again, the Toronto Maple Leafs are possibly the worst team in the league. Central Division sees some pretty solid teams and some pretty not so solid teams. And for the Metro, Pittsburgh does okay. Nothing super insane. And then Vegas was probably... Yeah, Vegas was the best team in the league. I think Toronto was the worst team in the league. So we finished 6th place. Not bad. We'll take it. And then the worst team in the league was indeed the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto and Edmonton, wow, this feels like 2016 all over again, right? It's like Austin Matthews draft year, right? So, yeah, that is it for the NHL. Nice one. Nice, Halsey. Be careful with the Leaf slander. Your power might go out. You never know what's going to happen there. Halifax somehow qualified for the playoffs with a 37-34-11 record. That's absurd. I can't believe they actually made it. They probably shouldn't have. Also, what is going on? Look at this. 2 105-point teams did not qualify. Oh my god. But yeah, that's crazy that 2 105-point AHL teams don't qualify for the playoffs. Yeah, we've got 85 to 87 rated, or 85 to 87-point teams making the playoffs. The Texas Stars. Okay, look at this. Are you ready for this, guys? Okay, so the top 8 all make it, but then 10 and 11 just simply miss the playoffs. 14 misses the playoffs. 18 misses the playoffs. And 21 and 22 missed the playoffs, yet 20 and 21 missed the playoffs, but number 22, 19, 17, and 16 are in the playoffs. Like, what did we just look at? Like, I am sorry, what? That is something else. I have never seen a standings come out like that. That was hilarious. What do I mean? I mean, they had 80 points, Halsey. They did not deserve a playoff spot. I'm sorry. That was wild. That was just straight up wild. Sonnenberg scores 22 goals. Not bad. Not bad for a rookie, if I do say so. But, 58 points was our team lead. That's pretty sad, if I'm being honest. Like, our team... Watch Texas win it now. Yeah, they might. There's a very real chance of that. But yeah, those are our team standings and scorings and everything. Nothing super out of this world, but 925 for Caden Standard. Keep an eye on him. He might be our backup goalie a lot sooner than you think. And there's another Sergei Vasiliev, actually looking really good in Philly there. But Matthias Schmid is the best goalie in the league this year. Best rookie was, go figure, Colin Gold. Oh my god, he just popped off. 81 overall now. Yeah, Goldman looks really good. Lucas Myers, that 7th overall pick, I told you guys he was going to be really good too, and he has gotten there. Best defenseman in the league this year was Marcus Johansson, and the best scorer was Willie Nylander at 41. He's still in the, well, he's in the AHL at least. Bouwmeester scored 45 goals. That is absolutely bonkers. Okay. That's a lot of goals in the AHL, if I'm being completely honest. But there's all your other players for the top end scoring. We were nowhere remotely near that. For the NHL this year, Jack Hughes. It's funny, we got another Goldman there, right? Because Nathaniel Goldman was really high scoring this year, but Jack Hughes with 119 points in Chicago leads the league as a 36-year-old skater. That's crazy. That's like Mario Lemieux-esque numbers for being the oldest, one of the oldest players in the league and leading the league in scoring. Leo Carlson was just freaking out of this world. How about Adam Nemec, though? 75 assists. We really should have drafted him. That was a mistake on my part, but we took Belchets, so it's like, yeah, give and take, right? Bedard has another 100-point season. That's good for him. Lots of 100-plus point guys, though, this year. Solomon Lamb, even. But, yeah, Prab Batal in Calgary. How about that? Hey, Halsey, how do you like that for Calgary? Prab Batal and Adam Nemec. That's a heck of a team in Calgary. Look at 103-point Petey at 39 years old. Oh, my God. He's popped up to exactly a point per game in his career. That's crazy. Keaton Callahan looks amazing. Porter Martone still scores over 100 points. And then a whole bunch of other really good scoring players. 63 goals for Avery Joseph is enough to lead the league. Wow. How about Frank Nazar? Goodness gracious. He popped off in Vancouver. That's probably where Petey got a lot of his assists. And Bedra Travis, I told you guys he was going to be good. 91 overall. He looks fabulous right now. Actually, Per Halverson looks really good there too. But yeah, Stephen Mears was in there for sure in that goal conversation, but definitely not the best player by any means. And Donovan Coyle. I almost said Donovan Doyle. But Donovan Coyle is the highest scoring player there in Seattle this year. Never seen Bedard go past 97. Yeah, but now he's 98 in the save. Wow, yeah. Well, that's what happens when I don't think players... Okay, so here's the thing, Halsey. If you play with morale off, players cannot get over 97 overall. We're playing with morale on, which is exactly why Bedard gets over 98 or 97 overall. Caden Sanchez led the league. Holy moly, there's a curveball for you. 44 wins for the man. In Montreal, no less. Puts up 5 shutouts and 912 save percentage. He might win the Vezina. He's getting paid $8.61 million. That's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, what just happened there? That was crazy, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, that came back to bite us in the ass, didn't it? That really did. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, out of all seriousness here, let's just take one more look at Bedard because he's probably the best rated player in the entire league at 32 years old now. But yeah, it's because of the morale. Like if you, we don't have morale. Like we can't view his morale, but that's why players grow further. Daggle will win with the highest save percentage. Yeah, that's very likely the case. So, for the upcoming playoffs here, we are going to probably get the Boston Bruins. That would be my bet. Unless we might get Ottawa, actually. Very real chance we get the Senators, but we also might get the Hurricanes, too. So it could either be Boston, Ottawa, or Carolina. Let's see who we get heading into the next playoffs here. And it is going to be the Boston Bruins. All right, so we will take on Boston in the next live stream, because that is where we're going to wrap this one up. But the Bruins, of course, have got that ridiculously good top line. The team that they built out of like mid-first round picks, and then Carter Nesbitt, who looks like a god. Sean Amonte looks really good too. They've got a group here for sure. Like it's not the craziest team by any means, but it is a group.
It's a team that could very well upset a super good looking Growlers team if we're not careful. I mean, hey, Francisco Lynch won 35 games this year. He was solid. And they don't have any injuries, so they're coming into the playoffs healthy. They're really just a top line team, so if we can shut down their top line, we should have a chance at least. But yeah, that is where we're going to be wrapping this live stream and video up. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed watching the Growlers put up another interesting season to say the least, then make sure to go down below, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. But yes, in the Growlers we trust. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We're looking for that three-peat in the next live stream, so make sure to check my community tab for when that one's going to come out. But that is it for me. This is Ep.18 signing out, and until next time.